Hello, hello, and welcome to another edition of Wednesday Night Fights Online. This is episode 20, and we are bringing you Street Fighter V Top 8 action. I am Mr. Mistopheles, joined by Stupendous, and we have a pretty great bracket, as you might expect, coming up again. Before we get into that real quick, I want to just have a moment to remind you guys to check out the Matcherino, !Matcherino in the chat. We'll give you guys the opportunity to take a look at that page and donate and use the free promo code WNF2021_19. Oh nope, that is
20. Wait,
probably should be 20.
20, yes.
Yeah, my thing is not updated. Excuse me. Never mind. WNFO21_20 SFV, and that will give you a free 50 cents to the prize pool tonight for the players.
You know what? That's a great reminder. I need to do that right now.
You know what? While you go over that, I'll go ahead and talk about the bracket, which you are a part of.
I want to put it in so that I can win part of that money if I get top 3.
Right, exactly. So on winner's side, we have the usual suspects and one that hasn't been in a little while. So we've got UIU's own Chris CCH versus Luigi. This is a match we see basically every week, normally on winner's side. And then we have Samurai, who was just shy of top 8 last week and hasn't competed in a while outside of that, versus Flaquito. Then on the lower side of the bracket, we've got Comeback Kid versus Clegg Madness. And Clegg has been making top 8 pretty consistently when he's entered.
Yes, he's the one that sent me to losers.
Oh, damn. I didn't know. You're going to try and get that run back for sure.
If I get to him.
And Blarlad's not going to be an easy task.
Oh, I fight Blarlad? Oh,
yeah. I'm sure you're super excited.
It's gonna be good. Okay. Yeah. I like this top 8. Chris, awesome player. Luigi, consistent top 3 player.
Crazy.
Top 2. Samurai, haven't seen him in a while, but he got into Capcom Cup last year. Very consistent Wednesday Night Fight champion. Flaquito, he's no I'm just reiterating what you're saying, but Flaquito, one of the strongest players we have down here. I like his sets. I like his roles. I like every time a new character comes out, he likes to play these new characters. So it's fun playing against Flaquito. And then the Comeback Kid, he's a Honda. He runs, I think sometimes he runs these weeklies or these monthlies.
I believe so, yes.
Yes. Clegg Madness, I think he's streaming right now. Is he streaming right now? He always streams his Wednesday Night Fights runs.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is awesome because I love it when people are playing a tournament and they're streaming their runs too. And this Blarlad, the Abigail player with the tire, who doesn't know who he is?
Right.
And then there's me. I somehow got there.
There's this little known player, Stupendous. He likes to play Zangief, likes to play Seth sometimes. You've probably heard of him. I don't know.
I'm having a character crisis right now. I literally use Zangief, Balrog, Seth today. I'm just I don't know who to use because they keep nerfing Zangief. And then
this is true. And
then Balrog got nerfed, but he just won a CPT. Nero was his name, right? And then Seth looks cool, but I'm not sure. So
Seth got some interesting changes. We can talk about that in a second. We're getting ready to start up with Chris CCH versus Luigi. It's going to be what you would expect: Sakura versus Guile. Guile has been nerfed in the most recent patch. Well, I guess the patch before this, he actually didn't get touched in the most recent one. It was just last week. But
there was an article on Event Hub very recently, right after the Red Bull Kumite. Congrats to Mr. Crimson, by the way.
Yeah.
It said that this game really heavily focuses more on zoning and what was the other one? Zoning and what's long range neutral, something like that. I'm thinking to myself, okay, that makes sense, right? A lot, because you saw a poison, you saw Adam's poison, you see a Sagat, you see a Dalsum, right? And all those characters are footsie neutral, keep out of distance, and zone you out tools, right? And I'm wondering to myself, Zangief is not going to be able to survive any of this. But you look at these two plays right here, right? They got Guile, he's a zoner.
Yeah.
You got Sakura. Her walk speed's faster than people's dashes.
Insanely strong walk speed. And to boot, that stand light kick that reaches basically 2/3 of the screen can punish just about anything.
Yes. So I noticed something, right? Guile has a Sobot kick.
Yeah.
They gave Nash a Sobot kick.
They sure did. And they gave it the mobility that they took away. Well, not necessarily the mobility, because they kept the mobility and they just made it a little bit more punishable. But it seems like they really wanted to remind everybody just how annoying Nash was in season 1, just in a different way. And I reckon that character is going to be seeing some top 8. Speaking of top 8, there is Chris CCH's first round on the board, baiting out that EX flash kick and punishing it big time. Luigi is now worried about potentially losing a round to Chris CCH.
Now Chris has Luigi right in the corner, right off the bat. One quest counter, carried into corner, full meter almost. Like that's where Sakura wants all their enemies. That's how everyone wants their enemy, right? In the corner. But Sakura is extra dangerous because her walk speed makes it so that her throw loop is almost real. Wow.
Oh yeah. Wow. It's very reminiscent of like season 2 Ken. It's not technically real, but it sure as hell seems like it. Good luck, you know, jab checking that.
That was a great conversion there. Like, wow. That's pretty convincing. I don't know.
Yeah. And you know, I think convincing and kind of downloading, that's like the nature of Chris CCH. It's not uncommon that he'll lose a round, but the speed at which he is able to pick up on patterns and recognize the areas that he fell short and adjust accordingly, I think that's why, you know, he is one of the best players in the country at this point, not even just West Coast. And, you know, I think that was a great example right there. You know, the first game, or the first round, it was real close, and then just like that, he washed Luigi that round.
So, okay, so now I'm curious. Chris CCH is still fairly young.
Yes.
Like, I'm pretty old, but he's fairly young. And I know a lot of like strong players are like, they're like young. They're like really young, right? Like Man is young. Punk's kind of young, right? He's not old, that's for sure.
No, I don't even know if he's 24 yet.
And then there's Dude's pretty young. I know he's pretty strong. And I'm just wondering myself, right? Is this a young man's game? Is this? You
know, if you think about it, right? With the exception of Gachikun, all of the Capcom Cup champions have been like younger than like 26. And it's like, I think you might be onto something.
Well, you know, hopefully not, because that means it's down here for me. But Chris is doing amazing right now. Look at this. Look at this. Well, this was in a clean first round, a clean second round, and he's in the corner. Luigi, flash kick, flash kick, flash kick. No,
yeah,
I would have died.
Yeah, it would have been a wrap already. Okay, there's the sweep, the classic sweep is going to be into V-trigger on block or hit. And now he's throwing out the baby booms to try and get some ground back. But Chris CCH found just the right spot, throw out that big stand roundhouse. Super good crush counter button for Sakura, especially coupled with the V-skill too for the easy confirm. That's all she wrote.
That was a, I don't want to say it's a quick 2-0, but it was a convincing 2-0. Yes. But, you know, Luigi's still like one of the stronger players in SoCal, so you can't count him out. He can definitely make it out through losers because because the winner of me and Blood has to fight him now.
Yeah, that's going to be a really tough matchup. I mean, if you decide to go Zangief, which I don't know why you would, if you decided to do that, that would not be a fun time for you.
But I am honest here. Like when I see Blarlad fight Luigi, it's actually kind of hilarious because like because like it's like sometimes the crazy things happen and like everything Blarlad does works, and then sometimes everything he does doesn't work. So it's like it's always like super exciting. Like if he beats Luigi, it's exciting. If he loses to Luigi, it's exciting. I'm just like if I play, I'm just like, why am I picking Zangief?
You gotta pick up Abigail. He brings the hype.
All right, so next up we have Samurai versus Flakito.
Oh, I'm so excited. Love watching Samurai.
Haven't seen Samurai play in a while though, but like, I'm always scared every time I see him play.
It's terrifying.
Like, whether you haven't seen him play in a while or not, for all you know, the whole time he hasn't been playing, he's been meditating. So like, he's just getting stronger when he's not playing.
It's very much, you know, Dragon Ball Super Jiren energy, just sitting there letting everybody else fight, meditating, gathering his energy, figuring out when he finally needs to get up and beat some ass. It's gonna happen eventually, and maybe tonight. You know, we'll see how he fares against Flakito. I'm sure these guys have something of a history, but I can't remember the last time they've fought.
I can't remember when was the last time I've seen Samurai play because the patch was very recent, right? And Akuma, I think he got slightly nerfed.
No, so he actually, like, the patch that happened last week actually gave him hella buffs.
Wow.
But it was, here's the catch. It basically only affects me because I'm like the only person who plays V-Skill 2, V-Trigger 2 Akuma.
Oh, that's what you buffed. Yes.
And that, to be honest, V-Skill 2 V-Trigger 2 actually didn't need the buffs that they gave it. It's pretty ridiculous, but it's still probably not enough to convince anybody at that level to pick it over V-Skill 1 V-Trigger 1. But it is very fun.
Oh, is this why we've been seeing like all these new 2 combo kills on Twitter? Oh, okay, I'm like, wait a second, why are we seeing all these new like, you miss a DP, you're dead combo? Like, whoa, okay, I see why. I see why. Okay.
But who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky, and since this isn't CPT, Samurai will bust out V-Skill 2 V-Trigger 2. That would be, I would lose my shit. I would be acting a fool. That is for damn sure.
Now, I know Flaquito has been learning Rose, I think.
Yes. The past 2 times he's been in tournament, he has run Rose.
Okay, but I see him picking Seth right now in his lounge character.
We'll see.
But I've been using Seth right now, and I mean, everything about Seth that got buffed, I don't use.
Oh, really? Yeah. I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
V-Skill 1.
Right.
V-Trigger 2. I'm just like, well, I guess, nah.
I'm actually pretty interested in the way that they changed V-Skill 1. It's interesting that they, damn, no dice. It's interesting that they changed it to be a little bit more analogous to Street Fighter 4 Seth with the Tandon engine, the way you can actually combo out of it. But that's for another time. It is going to be Rose versus Akuma. Now, as a resident Akuma player, I do think Akuma does well in this matchup. You just have to find the right space that she can't just like readily harass you with toward roundhouse and fireballs. And Samurai's doing a great job of that so far. He's rushing her down, which is what you need to do.
Ooh, look at that nice conversion off a light kick. Now, what I like about Rose in this iteration is that they brought back a lot of moves from Street Fighter 4 that people like are reminded of. Like her standing medium kick is like a throw bait, and it counter hits into combos. I don't know if you.
I think it low crushes too.
It low crushes.
I think so. Yeah.
She has that roundhouse that reaches really far. She has that slide. She has all the moves that make her like feel like Rose. Oh, but
that dive kick was so messed up.
Round 2.
First round goes to Samurai, and like I was saying, he's done a good job. He knows how to fight this character. If you understand how to navigate her normals and fireballs, you can rush her down until she has meter, and she really has to hold it.
So I noticed that Rose throws out cards, and she's been out for a few weeks now, and I still don't know what the cards do.
How did we let you on the mic tonight, Stu? You're not doing your homework. I don't get it.
I'm asking questions in case the audience are curious what the cards do. So what does the red card and the green card, are there more than 2 colors?
I think there are 4. I think there are 4. So there's one that lowers the opponent's attack. There's one that lowers the opponent's defense. There's one that raises your chip damage and attack power, and then there's also one, I believe, that like builds more V-gauge.
Do you feel it? Do you feel it?
Oh man, is the demon gonna come?
Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Do you feel it?
At this point, he can, if there's an activation, he can chip out. Oh no! Rip!
The soul scarf thingy move.
You know, I think that's what it's called in the move list. I think you actually got that part right, Stu. Yeah, that is actually one of her weaknesses, right? She can, if she lands the anti-air, the EX Soul Scarf, if she lands that correctly, it can lead to a ton of damage. But it's really slow startup and has a pretty specific range, so it can be easily beaten with the right jump timing, right jump range. Soul Bind, thank you, Anton. Hope you're doing great, by the way, homie.
Okay, so let's go back to Rose here and her V-Skill cards. Can I get all buffs all at once? Yeah,
like do they stack? I don't know. Anton would know. Anton, do the buffs for the cards stack?
The funny thing is, I've played with Anton like so many games, and I still don't know what it does.
All I know is like I've seen some really ridiculous chip kill setups if you get the right cards, but I'm not sure if they stack. That's a really good question. Why'd they give me a mic if I don't know? I'm not the professional here.
Okay, so looks like, did he change these skills? He did not. I don't think.
No, I think he just wanted a second to chill out. So I'm curious what kind of adjustment he's gonna make, because you know, as we all know and we've watched for the past 4.5 years now, if Akuma can get in, he can snowball you over really easily. And Samurai he was bred on the West Coast. He understands that West Coast rushdown better than most, and that combined with his sort of patience, is a very deadly combination.
Oh man, his low medium kick confirms are oh my god, cross cut. You know what's funny? Like every time I see someone cross cut, I'm just like, damn, that's so cool. And I do it right in training mode. In training mode, I can do it, and then every time someone jumps over me, I just forget how to do it.
Oh, dude, I'm the exact same way. I would be a 10 times better player if I could cross cut consistently, but it's hard. It's hard. Okay, here's a little bit of momentum for Flaquito, pushing to the other side. He's past the mid-screen point now, so he's got some, real estate to work with. But man, Samurai is just ready, playing at the right range, has the reactions on deck for that medium kick Tatsu.
I feel like Samurai is just standing at that range where if you throw a fireball, I'm gonna Tatsu you.
And with medium kick Tatsu, you get great Oki off of that. The knockdown situation is so tough for Rose to deal with without meter.
I didn't know Akuma's Demon Flip Palm absorbs a fireball.
It can. You have to really have the right, you have to be at the right height, but it can do it, yes.
So you're saying back when, like, I think Rashid's tornado was a projectile at one point.
Yes.
Like Zangief can headbutt it. Like, you're saying Akuma can palm it?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh god.
There's actually shoutouts to Stack Bradford. He had a Twitter clip, I don't know, it was probably a few months ago now, where he did Demon Flip Palm to beat a fireball and then did Raging Demon to kill the other guy. It was super sick. Super sick.
Oh, Flaquito's gonna get around. He's gonna get around. Get this round. Don't get Demon.
Okay.
Don't get Demon. Okay, you did.
Oh man. Okay, Flaquito showing signs of life, but this is still a really solid situation for Samurai to be in. He's fully stocked on meter. And he's pushed back to the other side of the screen now, but this isn't a terrible situation. Akuma has ways to deal with the fireball zoning from Rose. He doesn't have to hold it in the same way a lot of other characters do. He's trying to find that range. There's that stand medium kick. It's a great poke from Rose, but doesn't lead to much.
So I noticed, like, I don't know if it's a conscious thing I should be aware of, but when two players are fighting, if one is pushing the other into the corner, are they necessarily winning?
I don't think so. Somebody that it really that I think of where that situation is happening and they're on the defending side, they're getting pushed to the corner, but it doesn't seem to really be to their detriment, is Daigo. And now it could be because he plays Guile, right? But he seems to handle that situation so well and find the right times to either switch positions or let his opponent overextend. And that's where the money is made, right? If you're defending and you make your opponent overextend, that's when you can kill them so quickly.
I really like this entire neutral fireball game those two have been playing. They've been throwing like soul sparks, soul fireballs, and cards and everything. Akuma's just like one red fireball absorbs all that. One red fireball.
Yeah. Oh, you bet. That's gonna be it. Yeah, Akuma does not have the life to take that. All right, Flaquito really taking the little bit of momentum that he got that last round, where he was able to actually take the round back, keep control, and he took it all the way through in that second game. And now we're tied up at one game apiece. Suddenly, Mikey's found himself with a little bit more pressure to try and close this out.
Flaquito did a meaty throw on Samurai with full meter, feature active. Anything could have happened. And Flaquito could have died. And Flaquito's like, nah, I don't believe. Bro, win.
He is Rose, right? If anybody would have the heart of the cards on their side, it would be her.
I would have laughed if Samurai did Wake Up Raging Demon and Flaquito just did stand medium kick.
Yeah, I wonder if that actually would have recovered late enough that it wouldn't have gotten caught. That's interesting. Wouldn't that be crazy?
That would be hilarious.
Oh, he took the opportunity to jump out. He had a hard read on the soul punish. Oh, he parried! No.
It's okay. It's okay.
But this is a tough situation. She has to hold this absolutely. Oh, that's gonna be it. Oh, he could have killed. But he gets to save his meter anyways. Samurai going up around, looking at match point to put Flaquito down into losers. Flaquito's gonna have to dig deep. Again, I do think this is a tough matchup for Rose.
Would you say Akuma is a tough matchup against everyone?
No. No. There are a handful of characters I think that beat Akuma pretty convincingly.
Oh, wow, convincing. Okay.
Yeah, we can talk about that between matches.
Sure. So, let's go Flaquito.
Oh, okay, that was sick. All right. Okay, he's got a good position for the soul. Okay, just out of range for the frame trap. Oh, he mixed him up that time. He spent the rest of his meter, but now he's got a chance to gain V-trigger back at the end of the round. this is tense. When is the activation going to come from Samurai? He's going to look for a hit confirm. There it is, off the stand medium kick.
Okay, no demon. He doesn't have enough meter.
He does not. But when is the Tiger Knee Air Fireball coming? Because she cannot deal with that. Trying to find the right range. Oh, okay.
Nice check,
no.
nice check.
That could have been a confirm. Okay, spacing it out correctly. This is tough. He's close to building super. Oh, he decided to spend his bar.
I noticed. Oh, that hit. So I noticed all these matches you've been watching. Has anyone used V-Shift yet?
No, it has not happened at all yet. Also, hey, Danny, I see you kind of calling me out for saying that somebody beats Akuma convincingly. I'll talk about it in a second. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Now, V-Shift is still a fairly new mechanic in the game.
Yes.
People are still trying to figure out how to do it, and even still, I know it's hard for me to do because you have to hold neutral.
Neutral, it's weird.
Do it.
It's not intuitive.
It's not intuitive. Like I don't hold neutral when I throw. I don't hold neutral when I V-shield. I have to hold neutral when I V-shift. So I'm just like, okay, so this is extra hard to do. But like Red Bull Kumite, everyone was like V-shifting left and right. People were V-shifting punishing, V-shift and dash in and get checked. I'm like, wow, that's like level 3 Yomi right there. I'm just like, so it would be cool if like, I think it's gonna take time if more people incorporate V-shift punishes into like V-shift. I option select your V-shift with a V-shift and I punish. Whoa, you know, it's like
there are a lot of layers. I think in design it's honestly very nuanced, and they did a great job thinking out how it could be used. But just like you're saying, it's still so fresh and so new that a lot of people don't even have the muscle memory for it. Even if they're thinking about it, it doesn't come naturally, and then they just forget to use it, right?
Or they use it, but they're holding a direction and a button comes out and they die.
Yes,
they get counter
that
hit.
happens to me a lot.
It's heavies. It's because it's heavies. Because you're hitting medium kick and heavy, because of the priority system, the punch will come out and it's so slow. Most likely you're gonna get counter hit and you're gonna die. I'm just like, no.
Yeah, it's a tough draw for sure. So while we're waiting for our match to get lined up, just want to remind you guys again, go ahead and use !Matcherino in the chat to bring up the Matcherino for tonight's event. So we are looking at a little under $15, which is, you know, let's call it what it is. That's a little weak. You know, we've got 1 million codes to use up, WNF2021_20 SFV, and that's a free 50 cents. Literally takes you about 15 seconds of your own time to fatten up the pockets of the players. That's what we need. You know, there are no offline events yet. Slowly but surely, they're trickling back in.
You know, there's $15 right now. That means how many players are in this tournament? There has to be at least like 30 players in this tournament. Yeah,
at least, yeah.
That means not every player in this tournament has a code.
You do be spitting though, Stu. You do be spitting.
But speaking of offline tournaments, have you heard recently? Not tournaments, but there's a venue that just relocated.
That's right. And I think it's a little near and dear to Wednesday Night Fights. Isn't that correct?
I believe so. But the only thing I've heard was, or at least that's been announced on Twitter at least, is that the esports arena, the one that we used to go to for Wednesday Night Fights in downtown Santa Ana, they're moving headquarters to, I believe, Irvine. Is that what they said?
I think that was correct. Yes, Irvine. And at the moment, I don't know that there has been an official announcement from Level Up Live as to whether or not Wednesday Night Fights is going to be joining them. That's, you know, purely speculation. There's no official announcement on that yet, but Esports Arena has in fact moved. So we will see what the future of offline events holds.
I mean, I'm not sure. So the funny thing is, Wednesday Night Fights keeps following me. Like it literally keeps following me. Like when I moved to Anaheim, Esports Arena went to Anaheim, and and I was like fairly close to me.
Yeah,
I go Wednesday Night Fights, and then like Valle used to have Wednesday Night Fights in his garage. Right. And I live fairly close to his garage, and now I'm in Irvine. So then Esports Arena moves to Irvine. I'm just like,
it's like a curse.
It's a curse and a blessing because there's no excuse. I have literally no excuse to ever miss a Wednesday Night Fights. It's in my backyard. You know what I mean? It's like very fortunate, but I feel obligated to also go as well.
Hey man, support your locals. Support your locals.
Support your locals.
All right, we've got Comeback Kid versus Clegg Madness. This is the matchup you basically never see. Honda versus Jury. One of these characters is definitely way more popular than the other, but this matchup doesn't happen a whole lot. So this will be interesting to see how it plays out.
So which one are you saying is more popular?
I definitely think Honda's more popular for sure.
Okay, so have you seen the Asia CPT, the one with
yes?
So Infiltration used a bunch of weird characters that no one is used to. I think Jury was one of them.
Yes, absolutely.
So would you say after that match, more people would be encouraged to use Jury, or no, because Honda is just mash buttons, hand slap, mash buttons, hand slap, and easy. No, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's hilarious. Hilariously, people think it's easy. But,
yeah, I mean, call it what it is, dude. Tell the people how you feel. You think it's easy? You think Comeback Kid is, you know?
I don't want to say it's easy. He's ultimate grandmaster. You know, his tag is get exposed. I can't call him out because if he destroys me, I got exposed.
Fair enough. That is very true. You have to worry about your rep. All right, Clegg Madness fighting back here, but yes, the heavy punch headbutt coming out at the right time, beating the late startup of that pinwheel kick. First game goes to Comeback Kid. Now, you were asking if I thought that more people might be encouraged to use Jury. I think encouraged is a good word. Inclined is a different thing. Whether or not there are going to be actually more people that make that decision and risk losing their rank points or tournament sets to Jury, probably not going to happen. She's still a little too honest in a lot of regards. But people will certainly think about using her, because I personally think she's way cheaper than a lot of people think. But compared to other top tiers, it's not the same. It's not a 1-1 to her.
So where would you place her against Zangief? Against
Zangief? I think that's a tough matchup for Geef. That's not fun.
You're right. He kind of destroyed me. Whoa! But Comeback Kid destroyed Clegg.
Is that gonna be it? She doesn't have a ton of health. Dude, I think that's gonna be all of it. Yes, damage for days.
Honda does like 1,000,000 damage.
Yeah, for some reason in Season 5, they thought he should get even more damage. And
did they buff Honda? Because I really didn't look at the patch notes at any other character other than the ones that got nerfed.
So in the most recent patch, they actually nerfed him a little bit because they realized that they went a little overboard with his damage potential in the patch before that. So he's in kind of a middle right now, but he still does crazy damage. He was never lacking in that department anyways. Oh wow, a crosscut heavy headbutt. Comeback Kid came to play today. Holy crap.
Now I'm curious, is doing a crosscut heavy headbutt easier than doing a crosscut DP?
I'm gonna guess no, but I've never tried. We'll have to ask him.
Oh, let's go Clegg, look at that.
Okay, gets back to the stun is mounting, it's right there. And he was ready again. Man, I feel like that's when you unlock the real potential of Honda. When you can consistently anti-air with heavy headbutt, you're sitting in a great spot.
Sweeps!
Oh! That was so smart. Clegg Madness didn't have an option. The only thing he could have done, well, actually, he could have V-shifted. He could have V-shifted broken.
He could have V-shifted. No one's V-shifting in this game. No one is V-shifting in this game for some reason.
And, you know, he's actually missing some punishes. There have been a few times where Comeback Kid has done medium punch headbutt, and Jury gets a free stand medium kick off that. It's -7.
Oh, so I can't tell the difference between like light and medium punch headbutt and heavy.
That's
I guess
fair.
heavy's the fastest, but
yeah.
Like.
He's still got to deal with his corner pressure here, and despite what people might think, Jury has pretty solid corner pressure, especially if she's playing at a range where, you know, you don't get the option really to jump out. Okay, and now we are potentially one hit confirm away from Clegg Madness. Nice. And yep, gets the stun. He's gonna have to spend. He decides not to spend meter.
Okay. That was kind of risky, but you know, Honda with all the meter in the world could definitely have done a massive amount of damage and probably
for sure.
Clegg in like a guess situation to death. But sometimes you gotta be greedy if you want to win, right?
That is true. Yeah, sometimes you gotta take that risk. If nothing more than just the mind games of it, right? You know, letting your opponent know that you are confident enough that you're willing to risk it.
Now, Jury having meter is actually kind of huge, right?
Yes.
Clegg just got that conversion and got it to a throw Oki, but now Clegg has a lot of meter that he needs to spend. Otherwise, there we go.
Nice.
Because if you didn't super last round and you don't spend meter this round, then what's the point?
Right.
But
okay. Oh nice. Wow, and the cross up. Yep, that was tricky. He's starting to. It's actually really smart. One of the adjustments that Clegg has made is such that he's getting closer before he crosses up. That way he's not giving Comeback Kid the time to actually charge for the cross cut. It's very, very smart decision.
Now, I do like the fact that Clegg was greedy that round, because all that meter he spent this round just converting into those, I don't know what that move is called, but it's the legs.
Yeah, I think it's like Fuhajin, I think. Fuhajin Kyaku or something like that. It's some crazy thing. But yeah, EX legs. It's starts up super fast, -2 on block, super good.
Man, what is this adjustment that Clegg's doing? It's working.
Yes. Okay. Oh, that's a good chunk of damage, but more importantly, gets himself out of the corner. That V-shift was important. He's finally bringing it out. Big punish.
Oh, what? Whoa.
Whoa. Oh, yo, word? Yo, somebody clip that. That is absolutely going to be on the MetaView clips tomorrow.
Oh, not like this. V-shift again.
Oh, I think he maybe tried to option select, but was a little slow.
Okay,
right.
so Clegg has one more V-shift.
Oh, he just did it. Just raw dog headbutt.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. See, now that is one of the benefits of Jury's uppercut. It's so vertical hitting that you don't really run the risk of like it going out too far and getting clipped on the back end or not hitting at all.
The worst is when they jump at you and you DP and you just fly right under them and you're just like, why did this happen?
No, you know what's worse is when a Cammy screws up their dive kick and you get full punish because you uppercutted on reaction. That is the worst.
Oh my, that's what they did a jump light kick.
Yes.
And they laugh at you. And I was like, ah.
Oh, you made the right decision and I screwed up? GG's, you lose.
You got this obstacle course that Clegg's doing right now.
Yeah, and you can't let Jury get away with it. She gets so much mileage and she can actually get frozen. It's like not quite the same thing, but definitely a similar meme to Hakan being oiled. She becomes a very real character.
Oh no. Ooh, V-shift.
Nice.
Ooh, the conversion.
And see, so Clegg Madness takes that with great adjustments after game 1, but one of the critical decisions there right at the end was Comeback Kid going for that V-shift break. And against a character like Jury, I don't like that because it puts you in that -2 neutral situation. So you have to guess between her throw or a shimmy, and she's got such exceptional walk speed that it becomes a much scarier mix-up for you, especially if you're a character like Honda with slow, stubby normals.
Just take the throw.
Yeah.
Just take the throw. It's Jury. Her throws does nothing. Her throw does nothing.
Right. But you know, that's gonna be all she wrote for Clegg Madness. You know, great for him, or no, I'm sorry, not Clegg Madness, for Comeback Kid. Great showing, you know, top 8 in a bracket like Wednesday Night Fights is a very real placement. He's done this before. It's not his first rodeo, but Clegg Madness is gonna move on.
Oh my god, am I next?
I think you are. Stu, are you ready?
No.
Are you ready? Are you ready to deal with the Mad Max character in Abigail, the tire frenzy?
I mean, I've had this character crisis like since the patch, and apparently they buffed Dan, so I think I'm just gonna pick Dan.
I think Dan could do okay in this match,
or he'll just get obliterated. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Have you been practicing up your RNG infinites?
No, there's no point anymore. There's no point. Should I pick Dan? I don't know. I haven't played him since the patch. I actually have not played him since the patch.
I mean, the only thing really significant that they changed with him was the red fireball thing, and then they also changed one of his V triggers to be a little bit better, but I can't remember specifically what they did. Yo, Maverick FGC, thank you so much for the raid. Party of 16. That's super kind of you. Thank you, homie. Hope you're doing great.
Yeah, I'll pick Dan.
All right. Hell yeah, dude. I respect it.
I'll pick Dan. Yeah, why not?
Definitely playing to the crowd. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah. This is like the best costume in the game. People don't realize what costume Dan is wearing. It's his face on his body.
It's pretty great. It's very on the nose.
And they're like, what's that thing hanging that's jiggling on it? I'm like, what do you think is it? What do you think it is? Come on.
All right. So yeah, we've got it's his eggplant. Behave yourself, Vi. It's not that late yet.
That was unfortunate.
Okay. Oh no! Speaking of unfortunate, not getting the crosscut DP, holding the knockdown. When is the command grip gonna come there? Not giving him the chance. Stu busting out.
This is so scary. This is so scary. So scary.
I believe in you, Stu.
There you go.
The tension. Okay, get the walk up throw. Okay, canceling. Nice, gets a crush counter. Okay, this is gonna be an okay amount of damage, but more importantly, the corner carry. This is where you can get a little something started against Abigail. But are we gonna see that classic, okay, no cancel. Is that only cancelable on hit? Ooh, there it is.
Red fireball. Dang it.
No, he's trying to throw out the Godoken.
The red fireball, come on.
The EX Abigail run punch is gonna be enough. Blarled taking the first round in a heartbreaking loss for Stupa. Nice, good DP. Ooh, yep, call him out. Spacing it out into the V skill. Nice, good corner carry. Just dash up Oki, Mario Kart. Okay, nice, playing at the right range, but that was a bad situation. Busting out again, that's a good chunk of damage. Nice, good confirm off of the stand heavy punch. Okay, this is gonna lead to a good chunk. And now he's got the opportunity to build probably 2 more V-triggers. That's gonna be it. Nice.
So stressful fighting Abigail in his corner.
Yeah, when is back Pierce gonna come? When is the super like deep cross up medium kick gonna come? We believe in you, the power of anime and Gato.
I have no meter. I have no meter. I'm Dan.
Chasing it out. Okay, the tire is coming. Oh my god, these torque roundhouses. Oh, no, the tire. Oh, nice. Well timed EXPT. Okay, gonna get the follow-up. He's spacing it out, gets a good whiff punish, nice. Okay, baits it out, and that is, nope, not gonna coach, never mind. Okay, gets a good corner carry. Oh, big crush counter.
Oh, dear, I'm dead.
Oh no, not like this.
I'm just dead. I'm just dead.
Oh, you are dead.
I'm just dead.
Oh my god.
What am I supposed to do there? Oh yes, I forgot.
Abigail wins.
The peanut gallery chiming in to remind Stu that he in fact did get that ass grabbed.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You running it back with Dan?
Of course. Dan's the best.
All right, hell yeah. You know what, folks? If you like what you're seeing, hit up that Matcherino, !Matcherino in the chat. You can donate to Stu's hospital bills after he gets his ass kicked with Dan.
Fight.
Backing up a little bit, letting that shallow jump from Abigail come up.
Oh man.
Oh, that was the right time to jump, but just the wrong button. Now he's got to worry about getting pushed to the corner, dealing with his chip damage. He tried to whiff punish, but no dice. Okay, get the forward throw off the empty jump. Ooh, big crush counter.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
He's gonna lead us a decent chunk of damage. And again, there's probably 2 or 3 more V-triggers ready to be built up. Oh no! Okay, now he's got to deal with the tire. Oh, nice! I respect it. Now this isn't gonna kill, but it's gonna put him in a guess game situation.
Totally killed.
Oh damn! Holy crap! That last hit does a grip.
This is second style. Better remember that.
What a perfect James Chen impression.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
Ooh, that is absolutely. Oh wow, you got so lucky. Nice, the tire's still coming. Oh, perfect. Great execution on that counter play. Now pushing him towards the corner. This is still scary to fight Abigail in. Nice, good confirm. There's the Dan kicks into the uppercut. There's a cool 250. Hold that meaty towards roundhouse.
Oh, there goes my V-trigger. There goes my...
Oh no! V-trigger. Okay, V-shit.
Take the throw.
Nice! Genius. What a great counterplay from Stu there. He's got Blarled back into the corner, but Blarled has not been afraid to fight out so far. Okay.
God.
Oh man, that is the guard crush. He accidentally pressed at the wrong time for the full damage. Nice, I respect it. Oh my god, no! Not like this. Clutch back throw. Now he does have super built up.
What's up? What's up? Let's go, dial.
Oh, he cannot. No, he cannot.
Why could he not?
Because he woke up light kick.
Oh.
Dan wins.
Honor father, big bro will do his best.
All right, Stu fighting back, taking down the giant, and now we are tied at 1 game apiece. Is Goliath gonna be able to conquer lowly David?
You know, if someone were to approach me wearing a costume of their head, I would run.
And they wanted to fight. They weren't just like, hey, dude, what's up?
Round
They're
one.
like, hey, you trying to fucking tussle?
Fight.
Nice, good DP, good patience from Stu. A little late on the DP there. That is tough. There it is. Light DP, bust out sooner. Now Blarlight is kind of in a tough spot. That life total is dwindling away, but that's not something that Abigail's not used to. Although he did get his life nerfed a little bit this most recent patch. Okay, calls out the tire. Nice, perfect. Playing at the right range that you can counterplay like that. That's the right decision. Okay, gonna go into super. Nice, that is it. Okay, I don't think this is gonna kill. I think the scaling, it's gonna be close. Not a pixel. What's it gonna be?
Red fireball. Why don't I get the red fireball? I never get it.
Hey, you didn't need it. Believe in yourself. Believe in the me that believes in you. That's something Dan would say. You are at match point, Stu. Look at these cancels. Lorelei doesn't know what to do, so he busts out with the EX command grab. Stu holding back a little bit now. Oh no! This is a good chunk of damage. Doesn't call out the fire, or doesn't call out the tire this time. Stu caged in the corner. This is tough. Oh, finding the right time to go with that stand roundhouse. Oh, tried to chase down. V-shift break. Okay, a little bit of meter lossage for Blarlight, but he'll still be able to build a V-trigger. Okay, 1 hit away. No cross cut. Okay, perfect. Ready for the DP that time. Saving that V-trigger, hanging on to it. There's the activation point. Oh, perfect. Good, so strong. Okay, gets the jump in this time. He is so close. Ready for the V-shift, or ready for the throw tech. That's gonna be, oh no, not like this. Okay, Stu getting away with murder, jumping at the right time, and that thick, cushiony costume from Dan is gonna be enough to protect him. Going up 2-1 over Blarlad, eliminating Blarlad from the tournament. How do you feel about that, Stu?
I haven't played Dan since the patch, and you know what? I don't think I got Dan's buffs, because I have not seen a single red fireball the entire set.
Oh yeah, red fireball is totally a buff. You're right.
Good games, Lila. Good games. Good games. But yeah, moving on up. If I beat Luigi, I might get 4th, and if I beat the winner of that, I might get 3rd, and then I might get into Matcherino money, guys. So don't forget to put that code in. Put that 50 cent into the Matcherino.
Yes, absolutely. Make sure the players are eating good. Make sure they can cover the cost of that Uber Eats. What do we got coming up next? Who is up next?
Let me think. That was for the quarters. So we don't play winners yet, right?
I think we are.
Oh, we're still in the losers quarterfinals.
Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
So it's Flaquito and Clegg Madness. So Clegg took it over Comeback Kid, and Flaquito lost to Samurai. So
yes.
Ooh, that's gonna be kind of rough.
Yeah, both players are in the hot seat right now.
So there is a saying that all the blonde characters in this game are like super strong.
Yes.
But if you look at top 8 right now, right? Chris with the Sakura, she's not blonde. Luigi Gaio, you can say he's blonde, right?
He is a blonde. He's a blonde.
Akuma, Samurai's Akuma, not blonde.
Correct.
Flaquito's Rose, not blonde.
Definitely not blonde.
Comeback Kid's Honda, not blonde.
No.
Clegg Madness Jury, not blonde. Blarlet, not blonde. Dan, not blonde. So
true. All right. We are proving the soothsayers wrong. We are breaking the curse. We are trying to get non-top tier representation out here in Wednesday Night Fights, and that's why you guys sign up. That's why you guys show up every week.
I hope so. Mr. Crimson tells him, not blonde. But unfortunately, all the camis that have won CPT are all blonde. But whatever, let's not talk about that.
Isn't that true? What a character.
But you know, in the end, if let's see who's the blonde person again in this bracket, it is
Guile.
Luigi. If Luigi ends up winning the tournament, then I mean everything I just said goes out the window.
Yeah, you know, history would repeat itself, and the prophecies have been foretold. But right now, we have got Flaquito versus Clegg Madness. It's going to be Jury versus Rose. This should be a good match. Again, this is another one that we don't see a ton of, at least between these two. Between these two characters. Oh man, big jump into Clegg Madness, getting the buff off that medium punch uppercut, reaching a little bit further, getting her new B&Bs.
Oh, is that a new buff?
So it was in season 5, yes. So in the most recent patch, it was not something they changed, but with the advent of season 5, yes, it was a buff she got.
So right now I see Jury, she's glowing green, or not anymore. I'm guessing that's a chip. Whoa, what a nice air throw. I'm guessing that was a chip. That's the chip thing, right?
I believe so, yes. Where they take more gray damage and chip damage. I believe so. Okay. There is another V trigger on deck for Flaquito, but is he gonna get the opportunity to use it? There it is. Cancel into V trigger. Okay, now when is no confirm off of that. Oh, what a reaction. Flaquito forgot he had it stocked. You gotta keep track of that.
Oh, I completely forgot that existed.
Yep.
I don't. It's like that's been a thing since season. What? I don't even know when she came out. She came out season 1.
I think so. Yes. I can't quite remember, to be honest. Okay, getting a little bit of chip damage there. Okay, making it safe, ending with that low fireball store, and there is the confirm into the down jab spiral. Good crouch fierce, and now Flaquito doing a great job keeping Clegg Madness plagued on this side of the screen.
Yo, Rose's anti-airs are kinda. I don't want to say they're. She has so many anti-airs, and all of them are really good in each situation.
Yeah, they're very situational, but they're good when they work. Which I guess, you know, maybe sounds a little...
When they work, they're really good, yes.
Yeah, right? But 60% of the time, it works every time.
Okay, here we go. So it looks like Clegg Madness is using Trigger 2.
Yes.
And is that the one that drains their power?
Correct. And also, upon activation, it basically acts as an FADC. It like sucks them in so you can continue your combo. So you can use it to punish certain things or get max range combos that weren't possible otherwise. Okay, not quite enough range on that stand light kick. And here's an activation from Flaquito. Oh, he tried! I respect it. Man, that teleport from Rose is so fast. You really gotta be careful. No! He dropped the follow-up, and there's the throw tech. I can't believe Clegg Madness did it.
Oh my!
Oh, the double key! Oh, that is gonna be in Clegg's favor. What a heartbreaking situation for Flaquito.
That was unfortunate. You could tell, like, he tried so hard to stay away, activate V-trigger, play that zoning game, double KO.
Yeah,
okay,
hopefully he doesn't get rattled from that. He played really well, just an unfortunate situation to find himself in right at the end.
Again, the move that I forgot existed.
A perfectly spaced drill. Flaquito's been doing a good job of that, but unfortunately just hasn't been consistent enough with his anti-airs and hasn't found really anything in the way of like hit confirm. She does have a confirmable low forward, and he hasn't been able to make that work. But against a character like Jury that's tough, he's got a very annoying poke game. He that's twice that is dropped.
So,
and yeah, go ahead.
There's always a card on Flaquito's bar. What does that mean? Is that the next card you can go out?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, I see.
I think. I'm not 100% positive, but I think you are correct.
Ooh, nice coverage. Nice punish.
Okay, gets the throw attack. Now, man, he's ready again. But this is gonna be basically insurmountable. He's gonna have to steal this round away from Clegg Madness.
Oh, I mean, he's slowly doing it. It's not stealing anymore when you're just slowly chipping them to death.
Right?
but he has that FATC V trigger that sucks all their power. So imagine if like Clegg activates it, drains all his meter, and then takes a round. So he gets nothing next round.
Okay, there it is. Oh, good V reversal. Get off me. Not quite enough. Still a sliver of life left for Clegg Madness.
Wait. That move that doesn't exist. The move that I forgot. He's gonna do it. It's gonna work.
No. Oh, that EX Fireball is so fast from Rose. Incredibly fast. Goes full screen. Not quite Sonic Boom speed, but it's not far off either. And now Flaquito is looking to potentially tie it up at 1 game apiece.
So it's not like Sonic Boom speed, but if you get hit by that EX Fireball,
you're so far. Yes.
I don't know why it flings you across the screen.
I think they want her to be a zoner, and I think she does that pretty well. Oh yeah, gotta be careful that when Jury does have meter, she can do the EX flip kick through fake block strings. Nice, good V reversal.
So when Jury hits you with the V trigger 2 tornado thingy, you lose meter. But when you attack her, do you gain meter or do you just keep losing meter?
No. So if you attack her, you do gain meter. But I believe, like, I think if you're hitting her, it nullifies her V trigger until you're no longer hitting her. But conversely, if she's doing a combo, she is simultaneously draining meter from you while you're gaining meter for being hit. So you're basically just gaining meter at a really slow pace.
Oh.
And she's getting
draining it.
Yes.
I see. All right.
That's gonna be it.
All right. Clegg definitely spent the meter this time. Because like last time in the other game, remember Clegg was greedy. But this time, I mean, Clegg's gonna die in 1 hit. And yeah, you gotta spend the meter sometimes, right? One of those rules.
Yep.
Take the round. Just take the round.
Yeah, and you know, Street Fighter V, you tend to build meter pretty quickly anyways. It's a very offensive game in a lot of ways, so you're likely to get it back in the next round.
So, look at this. Rolla's door range is absolutely pretty far.
Yes. Yeah, she doesn't have the greatest walk speed. Her dash is pretty good, but not the best walk speed. So they try to make up for that. Oh, he was a little late on it. This is looking good for Flaquito. Okay, that's gonna suck her in, but it wasn't a real combo. So she gets another opportunity. And this is tough for Clegg.
Oh no! Oh no punish.
It's not punishable.
Oh, it's -2.
Correct. Okay, he's trying to close it out, trying not to be very committal, wants to just poke this out and Clegg that way. And there is the crouch fierce. He baited him into jumping, easy crouch fierce.
So what was the adjustment? Because I missed it.
It seemed that Clegg, or I'm sorry, not Clegg. Flaquito was a little more willing to play a zoning game, and he was more consistent with finding the range that he could use crouching fierce as an anti-air rather than trying to go for like the soul bind. And so being able to play it, right as I'm talking about that he throws a bad fireball, but being able to play that range and being able to let him play a little more defensively consistent. I see.
Yeah, I just realized either Jury doesn't do that bad of a damage, or Rose doesn't have a lot of health. Because like, I'm not used to seeing Jury do like decent damage.
So part of the thing, now I believe Clegg did have a fireball store, but part of the buff for her, whoa, what is going on? They're playing parkour. Part of the buff with her being able to have better horizontal range on her medium punch uppercut was to give her more damage consistently. And so that is something that plays out. But Clegg Madness there is able to close it out with a pretty significant life lead, and now he is looking to eliminate Flaquito, send him out of the bracket.
Wow, so whenever I see a character, right, with sweeps that are like that long and that far, I just can think of like, if I'm Zangief and I can't punish it, I can't win the game.
Yeah,
I just can't win.
Yeah, Karen just gets to harass you for free with the best sweep in the game.
I mean, I think there are other characters now with like really good sweeps.
Yeah.
Like Rose. I think Jury kind of has a good sweep as well.
She does. Yeah. Jury does. Guile, obviously.
Oh.
He didn't fall for the empty jump. He has to keep it safe.
He's super.
Okay. Oh, that was super cheap. I can't believe he blocked that. And then he teched the throw. He was so ready. Blocks it out that time, but gets clipped low. Very reminiscent of a V-Trigger 2 Seth setup. And we are tied at 1 round apiece going into the last part of this game.
He's getting a lot of good jump-ins on Paquito.
Yeah, he's really got a good read on his fireball timing. Look at him harassing.
Light kick, light kick, light kick. Oh, I like
man.
just footsies all day. Look at that. Ooh.
Shuri's footsies are so strong. Okay, there's a sweep in to activate. This is still a big mountain to climb. Okay, doesn't get anything off of it. Takes the throw. He's got a few more of those. Blocks it out this time, and now V-trigger is gone. There is a slim possibility that Flaquito could get it back, but probably not. Oh, that was sick.
Jump over the cards?
Yeah,
I mean the fireballs?
Yeah, I didn't know she could do that. That was sick. Oh, that I think that could have been confirmed in the super. Hey, this is a lot of damage, and get Oki off. He punished it. Yeah, that could have been punished. That he was crouching. That's -8. Oh, he stayed in front.
Oh my God, he just did it.
I can't believe it.
Just did it.
The mad lad.
But like you said, it's only -2, right? On block, so
yeah.
Might as well do it, right? Let's do it.
Okay, so Clegg Madness takes that. He fought back, made the adjustments where he needed to, took advantage of some big drops from Flaquito, and you know, that's all it takes sometimes. Even if you're getting outplayed in some situations, if your opponents make mistakes, that's enough to capitalize.
Good job. Good job. That was a good game. I liked it.
Yeah, for sure.
It was match point both sides. I gotta see adjustments from both sides. Oh, match arena.
Nice.
$35 now.
Hell yeah.
That is including the 50 cents I put in using the match arena code, which was what again? WNF2021 _20 SFV.
Yes.
It's free, guys. It's free. Literally just log in, contribute, put in code, submit. 50 cents goes towards the pot, goes towards the top 3 winners. Hopefully I'll get top 3.
Yeah, don't you want to make sure Stupendous can eat tonight? Look, he is a starving child, and for no more than 50 cents and a promo code, you can help support him so that he can live and make sure that he can keep pursuing his dream of being a professional Street Fighter player. I'm glad you picked up on that, Valle. Yes.
You know that sad music playing as well.
Sarah McLachlan in the background.
Only
In the
zooming in on my sad face.
An angel.
Just because I ate McDonald's today for dinner, okay?
Hey, I had McDonald's for dinner too.
Did you have the BTS meal?
I did not. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
The new sauce is Cajun and sweet chili. The Cajun one's really good.
That actually sounds good.
Uh-huh. The Cactus Jack was so good. It was so good. It was like, it was so good. It was so good. It was like $6 and you got so much value out of the Cactus Jack deal. And the BTS is like $10. It's like no value.
$10?
It's $10.
What do you get for it?
Yeah, a 10-piece nugget, a drink, and a fries.
Oh, that's trash. That should be like $7.
It's the sauce. It's the sauce that you get. It's the sauce.
Bro,
you got
$10?
a cactus. You got the Cajun sauce. It's like a honey mustard and a mix of like a wasabi horseradish kind of flavor. Yeah, it's not. It's like a spicy. Is it my turn to play yet?
Oh damn! All right, chill out.
Okay. Okay, so I gotta fight Luigi now, and I mean, I don't know who I'm gonna pick, cause like I'm in a character crisis, and I don't think Dan's gonna be able to beat Luigi in any form or fashion.
No. Right.
I mean, I borrow it. All right, who do you want me to pick? Bye. Hurry up. Who do you want me to pick? Oh, okay. 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 It's like, okay. You picked G. I lost. I just lose. Okay.
Yep. But man,
I mean, if I could guess
Luigi, though.
right every single time, I guess. I guess. I guess.
Okay, this is gonna be tough. I believe in you.
I don't. But the question is, do the Match Arena people believe in me?
It's up to $50 now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. They want to see me win.
Okay, just out of range, no throw from Luigi, but he's comfortable down backing. He's got that fireball. If he gets the knockdown, it's gonna be the level 2, and then it's a real tough situation for Geeb. Okay, there is the scoop. The first one on deck, put him in the ground. There's the V shift. And now here's the tough thing, right? G is a character, especially against somebody like Zangief, he doesn't need V trigger to win. He can just fireball him to death and get, you know, counter pokes like that with punishes. And now he's got that level 2 fireball that's even stronger. Oof.
Man.
He drops the follow-up and he jumps out of the command grab. He's gonna be the wall bounce.
He doesn't even need V-shift to win.
I know. Okay, there's a scoop. V-trigger is on deck. Micro walk forward and there's the V-shift. Now Stu's got to get in all over again. This is tough for Geef. But just the same, G cannot throw fireballs right now. That is reactable. His fireball is slow, and Stu could just do the V-trigger suck right through it. And he calls him out with the sweep.
That's a raw sweep he just did on me.
He sure did. He sure did. And G does not have a 7-frame sweep. Oh, he's out of range. Nice. Okay, Stu was ready. Okay, that was not heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, there's the EX SPD. Ton of damage. Gets Oki off of what's it gonna be? Okay, there's the forward hop kick. Oh, he tried, but Luigi was ready to mash. Okay, poking him out now, trying to make his way out of the corner, just get a little bit of space back. But a lot of flexes coming from Stu.
No, the corner was mine.
No, the back throw. And now there's all this real estate for Luigi to work with. He gets to chuck this plasma, kill these fireballs, and there it is. The move you never ever see, and that's gonna be it. A little bit of that panic. That's what Valle was talking about.
Why don't I get Oki on that move? That's like the worst move in the game. And I don't get Oki. Sense. Really doesn't.
Don't give Zangief anything. Okay. No dice. Almost building up a full gauge, or a full stock of V gauge. Oh, he tried. Was that supposed to actually be EXSPD?
Of course.
Okay. Oh no, the conversion. Oh, he dropped the follow-up. And now we're back to this fireball game. And with that level 2, this is so much harder for Zangief to deal with.
I got this. I got this.
Slow and steady wins the race. Is he gonna be able to bulldog his way in? Okay, there's one. He's close to building another bar. Okay, calls him out, but the perfect V-shift break, and now he can only take 1 or 2 more fireballs. But luckily, there's no level 2 store for Luigi, so the fireballs are a little bit more manageable. Don't recover his stuff. Just out of range, and that stand fierce is enough. Buffered into the EX overhead smash, and now Luigi is up 1 game.
I think I have to pick Seth. I gotta pick Seth.
Yeah, I think so.
But at least if I pick Seth, the game will probably end much faster than what you've just seen.
It's go time.
I mean, I think I'd rather fight Dalsum. As Zangief, I'd rather fight Dalsum than G.
Yeah.
Cause like at least if Dalsum tries to float and hit me with those air moves, I can just elbow the float and he'll just like juggle into the air and land on the ground. I'm gonna land it. I'm gonna land it. I'm gonna land. That's all I need. All I need is one.
All right, so likely going to see. I mean, I guess you heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Is it going to be Seth, Stu? Are you going to give the people what they want?
It's definitely not Dan.
Definitely not Dan. I do think Seth fares a lot better in this matchup.
Who beats G? Now the real question is who obliterates G?
Who obliterates him?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about obliterates. I think Akuma does okay against him.
Like if there was one character that obliterates him, and it's not Akuma, because Akuma obliterates almost everyone. But like you know how like
style is saying Cammy. I could see Cammy. Yes, Cammy makes sense.
Oh, Urian.
Urian also makes sense. Yes. Is your Urian polished up?
I've never touched him in my life. In my life. Okay.
It is gonna be the Seth. So we've got V skill 2, V trigger 1 Seth. Looking at huge damage confirms when they actually land, but is it gonna be enough? Okay, there we see the axe kicks coming out, changing the jump arc, changing the trajectory, making it a little bit more difficult for G to get those consistent anti-airs with that crouch fierce. Even after being nerfed, still incredibly strong.
Yeah. What did he get? What did Seth get? I don't know.
So Seth, obviously we know about the V skill 1 change. Okay, there's a good jump in. But also they made it so that certain combos specifically comboing off of EX Tatsu into the axe kick is more consistent now. They made the hitbox better on it, so it doesn't drop as often.
Yeah, I think I'm dead.
I think you might be.
Dead here. Oh my god, what is his damage?
Okay. He does have super built up.
Yeah,
one hit, yeah, not even gonna have to spend it.
Just walk up, the force field, and I'm just like, okay, I'm dead.
Yeah, what do you do? What do you do? Bushin style calling me out for coaching, my bad homie. Yeah, true. He's real strong. Alright, trying to find the right range. Use that crouch heavy kick. Okay, able to get in with the axe kick now and can apply a little bit of pressure. But if there is one character that gets a ton of mileage, oh my god, he just woke up with super. That hurts, and that is the great equalizer. Now he gets to dash in. He gets to create this minefield for Stu to get through, whether it's normals, whether it's fireballs. Baits it out that time, doesn't bite. Doesn't, yep, no confirm there. Okay, this is a punish opportunity! Again, no drops! A little bit of spaghetti. Okay, backing off. Okay, there's a slide and activate. Okay, now this is a ton of damage just waiting to land. It would take the right combo to be able to kill here. The double jab is gonna do it. Okay, and now he is in a guess for game situation.
Is really, really good. That kick is really, really good.
Stand medium kick reaches all the way into Street Fighter 6.
That kick is really good. Well, good games, Luigi.
Yep. That is the fall of our resident hero, Stupendous. Well fought, valiant effort, but he is not going to be eaten pretty tonight. None of that $50 match-a-reno. Luigi moves on.
Good job. Good job. All right. Well, I was always next week, and you know what? I think he's not ready for my Dan. That's why I didn't want to.
You know what? That's actually the secret. You were holding back. You were sandbagging in true Dan form. You didn't want to show your true power. You didn't want to unleash all the cards, and you'll come back for him next week.
Next week. I'll see you offline at the next Wednesday Night Fights, wherever that is. I'll pick Dan. You'll see. And my Red 5 will finally come out.
That's a one-hit KO, I've heard.
What?
No, it's not. That'd be absurd.
Okay, so up next we have Winners Final here with UIU's Chris CCH and Samurai. Ooh.
This is going to be fun. This is actually a run back of CPT NA West. I believe this was this grand finals or was it like losers finals? I can't remember if they were in grand finals or not.
Not grand final. It could be. If it was
no, it was Nephew and Samurai. So this was like losers quarters, I think.
Probably yes. Oh my God! Look, the Metro Reno's at $66.85. All of which I will be getting nothing of, but it's okay. I deserve it. I lost. And instead, Chris CH and Samurai right now are both in winners finals, meaning if they lose, the loser goes down to losers finals, which is guaranteed third place at least. So that means these two are already in the money. But you guys feel like it, just donate into the pot, put in the code 50 cents, put more if you want. These guys can eat. I won't be eating.
Yeah, you know, better luck next time. If you want dinner, Stu, you got to be a winner. If you're not first, you're last, and that's why you won't be getting another BTS meal.
Actually, the sauce is pretty good. Actually, I want next time. I'm gonna ask them, can I just get whatever meal with the Cajun sauce?
And they'll still charge you $10.
Dude, the Travis Scott meal is actually really good. The value is so much value.
I never had it.
You can still order it technically.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Well, no, I mean custom order. Anyways.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so yep, it is going to be. Oh, interesting. So Samurai is going with Ryu. I actually agree with this. I have felt since last season, since the induction of Seth, I felt like he was basically a hard counter to Akuma. So I think picking Ryu here makes more sense, especially with the nerfs.
So, excuse me, when I see a Ryu and like,
oh no, a little bit late on the cancel. And now here is the chance for Chris CCH to come back. There is meter on Samurai's side, so when is it going to come out?
Ooh, nice.
What a V reversal.
So every time I see Ryu, right, and he activates V trigger, I just get scared. Like
it's terrifying. Yeah, when is the parry coming? When are they gonna dish out a billion damage?
Because he gets that one confirm that shoots a laser out of his fist, and you lose, and you like the stun is like insane on the
yeah, and you can confirm off of it. Oh no.
That was the DP we were talking about earlier.
Yes, and I think the reason why that happened, Samurai was expecting an axe kick, so he did the DP early. Okay, big confirm, and EX Tatsu gets a good corner carry, dash up Oki, and now stun is at 50%. Ryu with a little bit of a pickle here.
Well, Samurai's been sitting on a 4-bar meter for a while now. I kind of want to either see him spend it or not getting it, because
he tried to DP.
There we go. V trigger power with all the meters. I feel like one movie's dead.
It very well could be, yes. Oh yeah, he's dead. Oh no, okay, a little bit left. Oh wow, immediate. Oh my gosh, he's dead.
Oh my god. Under him too.
He's dead. He's dead.
He's
I can't believe this. The awareness, the composure from Chris CCH to capitalize on that mistake. Oh, he's got a pixel.
He's not dead. He's not dead.
He can chip out. If he builds super, he can chip out. Samurai has to be so careful here. Oh no! Oh, he got the wrong input and got the DP whiff. The range was not there. If he was a little bit closer, he could have canceled the DP into super, but it was not there. Chris CCH, after almost throwing that away, takes it anyways.
Now maybe he kind of wish he did die from that super in the first place.
Oh my gosh, what a heartbreak.
Unfortunate.
Round one.
Okay.
Oh, okay, he wants to stick with his guns, right? He, died those 2 rounds by pushing a DP. So it won't happen again. Not.
Yeah, that's a tough situation to deal with. And this is losers final, so he's got a chance. I think he maybe could have swept that. Big conversion. That is the buff. That is +5 now on counter hit.
Nice. He confirmed it too. Like counter hit. Okay, it's a counter hit. Let me.
No, I wonder if that was supposed to be fireball.
You know, I don't want to say anything wrong. Could have been low back.
Yeah, could have been. Yeah. Okay, nice. Using the heavy kick Tatsu to get the side switch here. And he's got a little bit of space to work with, can start throwing fireballs, but he does have to be careful about the big jump in just like that. Look at the damage in the corner carry. The V-trigger activation is not there yet, but it's going to be coming soon. Try and put him in a checkmate situation.
Oh, this is.
Yeah, that's so cheap. With the fire or with the tandem ball moving around like that, good luck figuring out whether he's going to do the overhead or the low.
Technically, you can see it. Technically.
I mean, sure, but you know, in a situation like that, it's like you really have to be on point to pay attention to what's happening. Okay, jockeying back and forth here for position, trying to play footsies, finding the right range to poke, the counter poke, confirm off of a normal, and so far nobody's given anybody anything.
Ooh.
Oh my god! Oh, he didn't want to go into the fireball.
I
Could
mean,
have gotten a bigger combo there. Okay.
go. Oh, now Chris has a lot of meter, so that means and I'm gonna say he's gonna save for super because it's so close to death, so close to victory. Oh wait, but Samurai has to come back to control with that laser beam coming out of his fist.
Oh, he's stunned. He's dead. He is super dead. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, actually no, he can't kill. Oh, he gets the side switch there. I wonder why he. Okay, the back throw's gonna do it, but that was a risky situation. He does get Oki off of the heavy Tatsu, but it could have been wake up super, could have been wake up uppercut. Chris CCH is known to do stuff like that.
Chris CCH wake up super. I know Luigi wake up super on me. I've gotten hit by like 4 wake up supers by Luigi already.
Oh, yep, there's the axe kick, but immediate. Not quite enough frame advantage there to get the follow up. Samurai was ready to bust out with the X uppercut. He's playing a little more reserved, backing off, willing to let Chris CCH kind of just wear himself out and figure out what he's trying to do.
Ooh. Now, I wonder how significant that V-trigger buff is. The fact that you don't have to tell it to blow up for it to blow up.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, he wasn't ready to DP. It was a good jump in timing from Samurai. Unfortunately, it just didn't land. Okay. Yep, that was going to be safe. That wasn't a heavy, which is, I believe, +1 or +2. I know it's not punishable.
Chris has been sitting on a lot of meter for a while now. I kind of want to see it being spent. Wow, his V skill activation is so on point.
Yes.
He's like 4 or 5 for 5 on like Samurai right now.
And oh my god, he was ready. Okay, that could have been activated, but there is the confirm off of the 2 lights and the EX fireball, and Samurai steals it back, and now we are tied 1 game apiece. It was a really critical round for Samurai there to recompose himself after losing that first game in 2 heartbreaking situations. But, you know, we've talked about him meditating. We've kind, you know, people have kind of memed on it, but it really shows in his mental game how well he can recollect himself and not let those big critical moments that would break lesser players affect him.
So whenever I see him meditate, right, number one, I wonder is, number one, he's probably like concentrating, getting strong. Like it definitely makes him stronger, right?
Yeah.
But like, I wonder, does the opponent get scared?
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I bet people get kind of freaked out, you know?
Like, what's he doing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's beating me. What's going on?
And using that super strong crouching medium kick from Ryu, 6 frames, gets a better cancel window, better hitbox now. Super great.
So I like what Samurai's doing right now. He's playing like very, I don't know if basic is the word, but very like fundamental, just straight neutral here. Low medium kick fireball, low medium kick fireball, low medium kick fireball. Nice blocks.
Oh, that's gonna be stun though. Oh, he could have done EX fireball or EX uppercut to stun. You don't want to give Samurai the chance. He actually spent the V reversal. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. An axe kick, but he did it again. Even getting nerfed, that move is still incredibly strong, still easy to harass with, hard to anti-air.
To me, it's like literally impossible to anti-air. I cannot anti-air.
Yeah, basically, you have to like have a psychic read on it. You can't do it on reaction.
Like if they jump at you, oh, his foot left the air, you better DP immediately. Immediately.
Yep. And there's that low forward fireball that you were talking about. Just really paying off for Samurai here, both in controlling space and chipping away at the life total of Chris CCH. Okay, did press a button there. Starting to figure out the patterns and the kind of read that Chris CCH has been having for using that B skill, and Samurai's clamming up at the right times. Here's the activation. Oh no, that could have been disastrous. And he gets clipped. This is a ton of damage. Okay, doesn't spend supers, saving it for a confirm. Oh, that could have been it. There's the crush counter sweep. Switches side, forward throw. And now this is 1 hit away.
Ooh, this is so scary. They both have all the meters.
I can't believe he spent the meter there. I don't know that oh, he got the right jump in, and that's gonna fall up with the light DP. And Samurai is looking to go up 2 games. He is fighting back, not letting the control swing in Chris CCH's favor. Chris is gonna have to really slow this down and figure out a way that he doesn't have to figure out a way that he can mitigate the damage that he's taking, both in positioning and just like literal damage from that crouching medium kick.
That crouching mean kick is so good. It's so fast, it's so active, and it's so far.
Yes. Oh man. Oh, he's out of range. Okay.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, he tried to bet it all. They did buff that move last season, but that range, he couldn't get anything. He should have just went for the sweep just to get the knockdown. He got a little greedy. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Pushing him back towards, blocks it out this time, and techs the throw. Now we'll reset back to neutral, and that is, they did nerf that. It does have a little bit more recovery now, but still not enough for Samurai to get the punish there. And that is going to be a hit confirm if it lands. You can hit confirm crouch heavy kick into super. Samurai with the pixel perfect spacing.
Oh, V-shift, nice.
No uppercut.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him. Every time Seth jumps, you just kind of have to wish that he doesn't dive kick you. But both of them right now in like this guess or game situation here.
Oh, that's it.
Laser beam.
There is 2 games for Samurai, putting more pressure on Chris CCH, and this is in fact winners finals.
So I'm curious now, what did they actually buff with Ryu in that one patch where they have 3 pages of buffs? Like,
oh my goodness.
What did the V-Trigger used to do before the laser beam? It didn't do that, right?
It didn't do anything. V-Trigger 2, if you use V-Trigger 1 with V-Skill 2, you didn't get a cancel.
You just got like a parry, right?
Yeah, so you could get the parry that had like a cancel follow-up. But it didn't. You couldn't cancel off of special moves into the V-Skill 2 for what is essentially like the Kage thing that he gets when he's in V-Trigger. It's basically the same thing.
I see.
It's just way better.
This is way better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you used to get 2. I didn't know that. Oh, you used to get 4? Holy crap, I did not know that.
I mean, 4?
Yeah. Like successes? Oh, okay, gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that.
There we go. Chris CCH with a new V-Skill 1 combo right there. Oh, what's the mix-up?
Oh, the V-shift break, so smart. Get out of dodge. Don't run into the V-trigger. Genius play from Samurai here. He is staying alive. This is tough, and there it is. Such a strong option to just throw out in neutral. That's one of those moves that's like, I don't think they realize how strong they made the spin kick from Seth.
You mean the air one or the ground one? Which spin kick?
The ground one, because you can just throw it out in neutral. Like, it's definitely a risk, but it doesn't carry, because of the way that it nullifies the projectile and starts up so quickly, it doesn't carry the same risk as a traditional fireball.
Oh,
nice. Nice, good counter hit confirmed.
Yo, that was a solid round.
Yeah, holy crap, he really went in there.
Final round.
Match point for Samurai, Chris CCH with a lot of meter. I mean, I'm trying to think here, because I play Seth as well. When do I actually use meter? The only time I actually use meter is, that time. That's mostly the time I use meter. Sometimes I use EX hands if I want to get him to the corner, but like when you have Ryu though, like when does Ryu use meter? He can use it anytime he wants, really, right? Yeah, all his moves are useful when you have meter.
Oh, that's gonna be, not quite stunned. And he blocks it out that time. He was expecting there's the activation of the X fireball, and Samurai is living. This is tough. With V-Trigger activated, he can do a ton of damage off of a fireball hit confirm, donkey kick hit confirm, fireball, or excuse me, uppercut confirm. But he's gotta land that hit, and Chris CCH is not giving him anything.
Oh. This is gonna be it. Oh!
Okay, this is how it starts. He's still got a good chunk of V-Trigger left. He was ready for that, and that is it.
Oh no!
Oh, he dropped! Oh, is he gonna fall? I thought he was gonna fall into it.
That'd be hilarious if he did.
Oh man, he's got to be careful throwing fireballs though. You can absolutely react with Seth's super through that. Lowinator, thank you so much. Oh my god, look at the, is he dead? Oh, he just did it. The Chris CCH special, waking up against all odds with the Abari down jab. That is 3 frames, my friend. You better make damn sure your meaties are on point.
Yo, can we go back to how godlike that read was? Dash in,
dude.
parry.
So sick.
So
sick.
when he did the EX donkey kick and he bounced off the wall, couldn't he have done like a back roundhouse in the DP? Or is that only for certain ranges?
I think he could have done back roundhouse into DP. I think so, but he would know better than me. I don't know.
I know he is samurai, so I don't want to question him.
Okay. Oh, he went for the wrong one. Okay, immediately mashing with that target combo. Gets the confirm. And what a good change. Using the buff with that V skill 1 to get the max range carry with that EX Tatsu afterwards.
His usage of V skill 1
So
is
good.
so good. Imagine if this was like a better character with better V skill. Like,
right?
Like who has the best V skill? Like Manat's V skill is pretty good. You get the ball.
It's very good. Akuma's is really good. You get the 3-hit red fireball, a ton of damage, good corner carry. Okay, there's the back throw. Oh, you had a read, and he tried to DP, but you can't.
Did he try? I can't tell. I can't tell if he tried or not. He died so fast.
Oh, man, that move is still such a menace. Okay. Trying to find the right range. Still just really harassing. Oh, nice. That max range confirm into the heavy kick Tatsu, getting the best damage and O-kick situation afterward. And there's EX Hecatoncrease. But they are right back at you. I can spend meter of my own to bust out, get your hands off me.
How often do you see Samurai do that? You don't see it that often.
No, to be honest, not really.
Because like I think he believes in his neutral so strongly that.
Oh, he parried. That was sick.
you can parry that?
That was sick.
Yo, can you parry the vacuum then?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think it counts as a physical hit. Oh man, okay. The max range punish on that spin kick. It does have a lot of recovery, so if you're at the right range where it's not going to put you into block stun, you can absolutely whip punish it from far out.
Oh, is this match point both sides?
It is.
Ooh.
Gotta hold the plus frames, no counter hit confirm. Doesn't bite. Oh, he had to hold the X kick again. Oh no, okay, gets the fireball install, pushing through the corner, gets the forward throw. EX, get off me, back off. Throw that fireball, now he can build up another one. Hey, man, that ball is still there. Oh my god, what he almost had to confirm. That could have been game. I can't believe he was ready for that. I love Samurai, but I almost wanted to see that happen. He just jumped in. Oh, look at the damage.
Oh, not like this.
Off, smart,
not like this. Not like this. Okay.
Oh, he could have confirmed that. Oh, but that's enough anyways. And
dead
just
body
enough.
combo.
Yes, dead body combo to rub a little extra salt in the wound. Samurai is going to move on 3-2 over a hell of a match against Chris CCH.
That was unfortunate because Chris CCH got the V-Trigger 1 ball to explode. Could have converted into super, but that didn't happen.
That would have been a high fight clip.
Ooh, but it's okay though. That was a good match. That was a really good match.
Super good.
Down to the wire.
Two of the best players in the country.
Two very, very strong players, right? Samurai, he was on SFL. He was on the Capcom Pro Tour for the West Coast region.
Yes.
Definitely a strong contender for this year. I think he was in the grand finals against Nephew this year, right?
I believe, or
was it? Was it Chris?
It was either Chris or Mira. I can't remember.
It was Mira. I'm sorry. It was Mira. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Mira beat Samurai.
Yes,
and
that's
Mira
right.
fought Nephew in the grand finals. You're right. My apologies. That was a good match as well. But let's go back to the match arena here.
Yeah, almost at $70.
Almost so close.
Can we get to 75? I'm sure we have not used all the Matcherino codes. Again, WNF2021 _20SFV, and that is a free 50 cents, half a dollar for free. Literally all it takes is like 15 seconds of your time to sign in, punch in that code, and you can donate for free to make sure that these players are taken care of.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
You know, usually when I have a goal, I aim a lot higher. So when you say 75, I want to say, can we get it to $750? That way, if it goes to like 200, I'm just like, it's okay. It's okay. Can we get it to $7,000?
$7,000? Are you guys real enough fans to put this up to $7,000? Show us you love us.
Let's do this.
Oh, it's an own category now. Have you
raking in the donation
Have
money.
you seen like those hot tubs are like I think they're sold out everywhere. Like,
oh, I'm sure, man. Yeah, you know, get your money hub. You know, if that's going to be your side hustle, absolutely do it.
You know what? If it's working for them, more power to them, right?
Yeah.
You can't blame them if it works. If it works,
exactly.
It works. Exactly.
Yeah.
Wait, gamers? Are they playing games? Actually, no. There are some that play games. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Okay, CFN's taken a little bit, but we are going to have Clegg Madness versus Luigi, yes. Clegg Madness versus Luigi. So it's going to be Jury from Clegg. You know, we don't see him play anybody else. And it's going to be G. I do think this is a smart decision. I do think G would fare better than Guile, just because of the way Jury can harass in the mid-range better than a lot of characters. So Guile doesn't get to throw Sonic Boost for free. He doesn't get to use his like forward advancing or backward advancing normals in the same way. And G just gets to run the slot machines every time.
So both of these players eliminated me, so I have no opinions on it. I'm just kidding. No, I'm really curious how they play the neutral, because my problem is I have trouble dealing with the neutral. Either I don't know what the buttons to press or when to press it. But when these two play, at least I can watch them and analyze what they're doing, so that next time I play them, I can be like, aha!
Yeah, that's a very good point. Take every loss as an opportunity to learn. Okay, good uppercut there from Clegg Madness, and that, you know, getting deep uppercuts as Jury, I think that is a sign of a strong player. If you can be patient enough to use her slow uppercut and still anti-air accordingly, you really have confidence in your neutral, just like you're saying. Gets the back throw there. V-Trigger 1 activated, so this is going to give her access to a lot of damage off of errant hit confirms. You know, if she's just poking in neutral, she's going to get a lot of mileage out of it. Close to building up super too.
Actually, now I think about it, I think I know why they made it so that V-shift is neutral. You have to hold neutral here. Because in some situations, right, if you were to get stuck in a block string, like but if you stand up during a block string, you could still get hit from lows during a block string, right? And in block strings, you can't really interrupt like real block strings, right?
Right.
But you can still get hit low if you block the wrong way. So I guess if you V-shift while you're doing in the middle of a block string, and you're holding a direction, if that works, that technically that means it keeps. You're safe from block strings and you're safe from any other mix-up as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so it would probably be a little too strong defensively. That makes sense.
I still don't think it's too strong, but either way, it's still not too strong.
Okay, good corner carry there. Yep, using the EX Fuhajin. Okay, gets a forward throw. Not a lot of damage towards the corner. And Luigi busts out with the EX overhead smash. Okay, finding the right range just a little fireball. No cross cut there, gets a forward throw again. Trying to chase down, but Luigi immediately jumping back. And there activates off the low EX smash. Chunk of damage. Okay, and is it going to be command grab? No forward throw this time. And yes, the frame trap, the cheap stuff.
How do you deal with that?
You don't.
You don't. You have to hold. You hold the fierce. You hold the wheel kick. You hold the fireball, and maybe you can DP between one of them, right? Maybe.
Yep. Yeah, that situation is very, very cheap. It's a very, very low risk, calculated attack. Good DP. Jump in. Okay, now we're back. Back to this mid-range, and G can handle, like, okay here. He can do better than a lot of characters because of the way he counterpokes. And just like that, that's what you saw with that stand fierce, that big buffer and EX overhead smash.
Now, what I do like, right, the Clegg Madness right now has stuck with Jury for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And, like, people that stick with one character and make it work, it's kind of cool, right? Especially if their character can work, right? People have tried with Zangief. They failed. This is with other characters, but I gotta give props to people that play a character, keep trying, and it's making it work. Like right now, he might. Never mind.
Damn. Okay. Mashing out, but if there's gonna be an activation situation, okay, he's trying to build up the gray damage. And now, if the activation comes from Luigi, he's gonna be able to chip out. Look at this.
Look at these buttons. Look at these buttons.
Okay, this is tense. Luigi's still not out of this. If he can find, I cannot believe. Oh my god, and there's the forward throw. That is such a scary situation. When Juri has you locked down in the corner like that, her walk speed is so menacing. It's really hard to figure out what she's gonna do. Whether she's gonna walk up throw, whether she's gonna walk up stagger buttons, whether she's gonna try and shimmy you, whatever it is, you have to guess in a matter of, you know, seconds.
That footwork was pretty cool. Dash up, don't throw, jiggle, jiggle, crouch, crouch, jiggle, jiggle, throw. What are you supposed to do there?
That's another one of those situations. That's like a real 50-50, right? Because he had low enough life that a throw or a strike was going to kill him. So you just got to believe in your defense.
So Luigi had like a lot of meter. He could have activated V-Trigger, but he couldn't because of Super.
Correct.
So what could he have done? He couldn't have done anything. He had to hold everything and hold V-Trigger, right?
Yeah, you know, the best option that he had in that situation there, I think, was probably throwing out stand Pierce and trying to get a crush. Speaking
just
of
like that.
Yep. Oh, that's gonna be it. That is super dead. Not even gonna have to spend any meter to get the kill. In fact, he's gonna build some meter along the way, going for the Emancipation Proclamation, calling out the speech, and now Luigi is up around.
So what did they change with G in this recent patch?
His changes are really peculiar and nuanced. So one of the things they did was they buffed his V-Trigger 2, and I think also his V-Skill 2, but I'm not sure exactly how. I do know they did change them though.
V-Trigger 2, the one that's a command grab.
Yes, they did buff that. I'm not sure specifically how, but they did.
They buffed his command grab, but they nerfed Zangief's command grab.
I'm sorry, man. I don't make the rules.
Okay. Okay.
But they also changed it so that, like, they kind of adjusted the way that he gets the level system and how it interacts with V-Trigger. Because the way I heard Brian F explain it is like, before, depending on which level you were in, it really changed the way that you could do combo routes. So there were certain things that were optional that were no longer available to you depending on which level you were in and if you were in V-Trigger. And now they adjusted it so that, like, I'm pretty sure you always get like if you're in V-Trigger, you always get the level 3, like the level 3 version of specials when you do, like, if you use a light, you can combo into the level 3 version of specials off of normals or something like that.
Okay.
It was very confusing. I'm not a G player, so I don't know.
Was it a buff? That's all.
Yes, it was a buff.
Okay, that's all I meant. G got buffed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But like Clegg Madness here is doing work. I mean, that last round. And this is 2 out of 3, so that means it's a match point. Luigi doesn't have a win, right?
Correct. Yeah. This is absolutely Clegg Madness' game's win, but there is the activation where this is a ton of damage. And this is going to be a guess the game situation. Carries you corner to corner, dash up. You have to worry about command. Okay, he can chip out now. He can chip out. Oh my! And he didn't even have to do it anyways. He was ready. He sniffed it out from a mile away. Easy activation. And, you know, I think just like you, I think Luigi forgot that move even existed.
Every time like she crouches and charges for that V skill, I'm just like, what is she doing?
Right?
What is she taunting? What is she doing? And then she kicks me on the back of the head. I'm just like, wait, what just happened? And then she crouches again. I'm like, what's she doing? Like, I just keep forgetting that exists.
Okay, good stuff to Clegg Madness. He is moving on, taking out one of the fiercest competitors here at Wednesday Night Fights. He will move on to losers semifinals.
Ooh, with a jury now. I wonder.
Or is that losers finals? That is losers finals, isn't it?
That's losers semi, so now he's in losers final.
Okay. Up against Chris CCH. So one last time. Oh damn! All right, we're at $120 now.
Nice.
Somebody.
Nice.
Okay, who donated? Where does it show? Where's the show donations?
Take a look really quick. It's not 7,000, but you know
Participants.
What? 120 is really good. Thank you very much. Looks like Flare
contributions. There we go.
There we go. We got Flare Knight with 50. We got Roadberry Lover with 80. What's that? 37.17. Oh,
nice.
17 cents. Is that from the quest? I think the quest gives you like 20 cents here, 15 cents there, 3 cents here. But yeah, thank you very much everyone for donating. Right. 15 from you. Oh my God! Look at that. Look at that.
But yeah, big thanks to Flare Knight for that big $50 donation. That basically doubled the pot when we were at like almost $70. So huge thanks for that. Now we're up over $120. We've still got a little bit to go. So if you guys want to keep being generous, I know we would appreciate it. The players would appreciate it even more. Let me go to the back of the queue here. I mean, thank you guys so much for the participation tonight. It means the world.
Oof, yeah. How many of those McDonald's meals can you buy with $120? Travis Scott, like Travis Scott was like $6.
Let's do this.
Noah, I grew up with like I want to say the first or the second wave of K-pop. Like BTS is like, I don't even know what wave we're on now, but like it's like way after. Like I guess. Yeah. No, that's girls. I wouldn't even say Girls' Generation is the second wave.
Really? Huh.
Like
that's like what I got
SES. Like SES would be like either the first or second generation, the first wave of K-pop.
Oh, okay.
Like SES is OG. But then like Girls' Generation, SNSD, they're probably like
Round 1.
Fourth wave, I would say.
Oh damn. I had no idea. You fucking Stu dropping the K-pop knowledge.
But let's look at this game right here. We got was the entire top 8 all Ultimate Grandmasters and higher?
Well, Samurai, I think his account was like Grandmaster.
I mean.
Oh yeah, we all know that he's way better than that, but
he's gold, you know. I mean, but
yeah, he's kind of a bum.
He just picked Ryu, and that's why he won. I mean, I'm just kidding. No.
Okay, Clegg getting pushed to the corner, but still he's sitting at a light. Okay, dashing out at the right time. But there is the forward throw. Now that is a nerf situation for Seth. He's no longer -2, or no longer
-1.
No longer -1. Correct. He is now -2. So you get to jab even.
Is it 2? I think it's minus. Is it 2 or 4?
It's -2.
I need to check my numbers. Okay then. Because I remember Balrog was the only one that was -1 after that, but they nerfed that in this recent patch. And then Akuma had that too as well, but they nerfed that a while ago.
Yeah, I think that was nerfed in. Okay, he blocks it out, and now that's gonna be enough using that Fireball store, able to get the extra ender there, and that is enough for Clegg Madness. Goes up around.
You know what? Clegg is doing so well right now. I'm gonna look at the bracket and see who's sending the losers. I'm like, who? Clegg is like on a roll right now. He's like destroying everyone. Like, oh, I see Luigi did. Okay. All right. Well, Clegg got his run back. So man, he's gonna stop him. If he beat the person that's sending the losers, and he's doing this well right now, I think he has a good chance of winning tonight.
For sure. Oh, yo, look at that conversion. Okay, I see Clegg Madness, but he runs into the crouch heavy kick. There's gonna be a side switch. They push him in, but he busts out, and now the V trigger is null and void. There's the activation.
He's like, I don't care what mix-up this is. I'm not eating it.
Nice, good punish, and that is a real punish for her. That's gonna be it. Clegg Madness with all the conversions in the world. He is gearing up for those high fight clips, and that is the first game in his favor. And you know, one of the really big things there, so first off, I actually want to acknowledge Lowinator says it is -4, not -2. So you were correct, Stu. Okay. I was wrong. But what I wanted to say, there was a key moment there right at the end. Chris CCH, as basically every Seth does, was going for close to or max range low forward into light kick spin kick. It is -8, but spaced correctly, it's virtually unpunishable. However, Jury's EX Fuha starts up incredibly fast and has exceptionally long range. He was able to get a punish on max range low forward spin kick into that round ending combo because of his knowledge. So great stuff to him for that awareness. I'm sure that's something he's lapped out.
That was a punish.
Yes.
Oh wow. Wow. So one thing about Jury's V-Trigger 2 that like no one has ever used, because like I don't know why, like, you know, Clegg's making it work, right? One thing I do hate about it, but it's kind of hilarious, is that if you have super, like, and you're ready to kill Jury because you have super, and she pops V-Trigger 2 and drains that super from you, and when it's time for you to use super and you try to use it and it doesn't come out, and you look at your bar and you're like, oh no!
Yep.
Like a DP comes out instead or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got really interesting utility. It's just very niche. But I give all the respect in the world to Clegg Madness for making it work. Okay, speaking of making it work, big conversion there from Chris CCH, and that was actually a super good trade. This is still a tough situation. This is going to be the end of the round. He's going to go into super, and that is more than enough. There's damage to spare, and Chris CCH ties it up at 1 apiece. Clegg was playing okay, but you know, no matter the damage that they give, just by sheer design, Seth is always going to do exceptionally well when he has you in the corner. With how that axe kick works, it's going to be tough to fight your way out.
So they nerfed the axe kick by making it, I think, more punishable on block
and
on hit and whiff.
Yes,
this is more negative everywhere. But is it enough? Is it enough?
No,
I mean, I abused it like I'll abuse it all day. You know what I mean?
Because you know what I actually think. So making it minus on block is like one thing. I think the two biggest things that they had to do to that move, one was make it more punishable on whiff, which they did that. But the other thing that they actually did not address was the hitbox to hurtbox ratio. I think that's actually the biggest problem, because you can spam that move in a way that you can't even spam Tammy's dive kick, and you can't anti-air it consistently. If they're like right in your face, you can't anti-air it.
Yo, what is with the counter hit pressure? I was that a setup or was that a drop combo that turned to a setup?
It's a setup. That is so shout outs to Ultimate Vitality, the best jury player in Ohio, super strong player. But he and I run sets all the time, and that situation where you do the light pinwheel right in their face is a frame kill.
Oh, okay, because it looked like it was part of a combo that dropped.
Yes.
Like, you know how G does his thing, right? Like G has the same thing, except I think it is actually a combo that can drop and he's still plus regardless. Yeah. But I definitely would have pressed a button there. I would have counter hit it and I would have died for sure. So, and Clegg with like these setups, I mean, like, look at this.
Yeah. He's really showing that people still don't know the jury matchup.
I still don't know it. That's why
I get it.
And Clegg is a strong player. I mean, he's been coming to Weds Night Fights for as long as I can remember, right? So.
Oh, he tried. That could have been close to it. Oh my god, the walkout. Okay, there's the V-trigger activation. The reversal from Chris CCH to get him out of that situation. And now he's got to play neutral way differently because he doesn't want to lose his meter.
I mean, he lost his super. What's he gonna do?
And any hit from Clegg Madness is gonna be a ton of damage. Okay, he blocks that. Tries to get the cross, and there's the V-shift. So we know now that Chris CCH is not playing for V-trigger. Okay, he's probably gonna get it anyway. Look at the damage.
Oh, a counter hit.
One more. Oh, he tried to go for the throw bait. Makes it safe anyways. Oh my god, this is gonna be it if he doesn't drop it. Ooh, yo, that was sick.
Okay,
it was actually a really neat combo.
Have to spend a meter. Don't be greedy. Just take the round. Don't lose the set.
Right. Yeah. Because again, this is a first of 3 situation. So going up 2 games for Clegg Madness is huge for momentum. So the fact that Chris CCH is able to tie this up at a round apiece and potentially swing the favor back towards him is a big deal.
Now Clegg with like all stocks are meter kind of scary because like we've seen what he can do when he has meter, right? He'll activate those EX pinwheels. He'll convert off a low medium kick. Or he'll just drain your meter.
Oh, but he goes for the axe kick. Oh man, and that stand roundhouse so strong, but he just busts out. EX, he is not afraid. That could have been game. And speaking of which, that is gonna do it. The heavy hecatonkries is enough off the conversion. And now Chris CCH goes up another game, looking at potentially set point in this last game.
So the score is right now 2-1, am I correct?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Set.
Maybe I did. I don't know. You tell me, Valle.
Oh.
The spirit of James Chen is alive.
Is that what he said? Is that his joke?
No, but it almost certainly would be, right?
Oh. Yo, that throw range is so far. That was after getting counter hit by a gap, too. So, does Jury have like a far throw range, or does Jury...
So, her throw range is above average, but the thing is her walk speed. Her walk speed is so exceptionally good that it seems further than what it is.
I see.
Okay, speaking of throw range, getting the 4th throw, they're activating off of the knockdown, and there is another throw, and this is a tough situation, no activation, but that crouch short is gonna be enough. Chris CCH looking at match point here to send Clegg out of the bracket. Oh, big jump in.
Here we go. Third of his life gone. Stuck in the corner now. Very close. One counter hit will be. Oh, of course. Of course.
double jab into the V trigger to follow up. It doesn't spend his meter. Wise decisions. I like that choice to jab out there into the EX Fuha to make it safe. Oh, what a side switch! Oh, yep. I thought EX uppercut was coming then too. Wow. Back throw. This could be disastrous. He just did it. The light kick pinwheel.
Chris bust out. I have not seen that in like how many rounds?
It's been. I don't know if he's done it this set. Oh, he's dead.
That's so mixed up.
That's so tricky. So tricky.
I literally couldn't see that because he was inside the ball. So like you can't even see where his legs are. Like, well, how do you block? Where is he?
Super cheap, but you know, sometimes you got to play like that. If you want the biscuit, you got to risk it. And Chris CCH was not willing to hold his cards back that time. He's going to take it 3-1 in a great match over Clegg Madness. Well fought to him. He played super well this week. He is in the money. He'll get a part of that $120 match Reno, but unfortunately it was not enough. And we move on to grand finals. Who do we have, Stu?
We have Samurai and Chris CCH wanting to get that run back because that laser beam, it does a lot of damage and stun.
It sure does. It sure does. But is he going to use Ryu this time around? He did use Akuma earlier in this exact same match. I'm sorry. It was he fought Flakido in winners.
Yeah. So you won with Ryu against Chris CCH with that dead body combo. Because he's hungry for that.
That's right.
Hungry for that Match Reno money. That's at 121.13 right now. So I mean, that's a pretty good McDonald's dinner right there.
Yes.
I could totally go for some right now as well, even though I already had McDonald's. But
dang, you're trying to double dip? That's how you feel, Stu?
Like whoever orders only a 10-piece nuggets, it's always get the 20-piece nugget. When I ordered the meal, I got 10 piece. I was like, it's not a 20-piece? Oh, whatever.
Yeah, that's kind of whack. Kind of sus.
That's pretty. I get something pretty light usually. I get like a McChicken, a McDouble, and I think a medium fries, and that's it. Okay,
that's pretty close to what I get. I get the McChicken, McDouble, and then a 4-piece nugget, and then a drink. That's normally what I get.
Oh, I got the sweet tea, but usually, they give they like, you want a large or a medium? I'm like, give me a medium. They're like, the large is the same price. I'm like, give me a medium.
They don't care about your health. That's not why they make money.
No, I don't.
Round one. Fight.
All right, let's gear up for grand final. Strap in, folks. This is going to be Chris CCH versus Samurai. Samurai on winner's side, rocking that Akuma versus Chris CCH set. Now, like I said, I think this is a match. It's more even now, but I do think it's partially in Seth's favor.
So, Samurai there with the misconfirm, very unlike him. But I'll always blame rollback.
Yeah. Oh man, and there's another one.
Whoa.
And you know, we saw that a few times earlier in his set, whether he was playing Ryu or Akuma, so it could very well be rollback. That teleport was big brain. Big punish here into the Demon Flip Palm. There he delayed it to try and make sure that he wouldn't get DP, but that's gonna be enough anyways. The heavy Hecatonkers doesn't scale much, and Akuma doesn't have the life.
So Samurai picked Ryu, right, and won the first time, and right now he's going with Akuma. So I kind of like that because, like, you know, he's already in the winners. He has 2 sets. He can pick Dan if he wanted to, right? But
right. And you know, Akuma is a character, right? It's like even in matchups where he might struggle, he's still so strong overall that he can make matches. He can win matches quickly, anyways. So if he wants, like you were saying, if he wants to go back to Ryu, he has that option. But why not try it out with a character that can, you know, really rack up the offensive? Just like this, the V-Trigger 1 activation, big buff fireball. Oh man, but good awareness there from Chris CCH activating into the V-Trigger.
So this is the second time that he's teleported because of V-Trigger. So I wonder, is Chris gonna be like, all right, I see what you're doing. Next time you teleport, I'm gonna be ready for it. I'm gonna punish it. I would love to see that.
Seems like maybe there's been a couple misconfirms off stand medium kick too from Samurai.
So right now, it looks like
He's dead.
Wait.
That low or that stand short was enough. That EX Tatsu does so much damage and barely scales.
Wins.
All right. Samurai's probably thinking, 2 misconfirms. It's okay.
Yeah.
I still got 5 games to throw away.
Right. So I was mentioning that I do think Seth wins this matchup, right? I think the number one reason is the damage output. The damage output on Seth's side versus Akuma's low health. And then on top of that too, the way that Seth can approach from the air, that just like basically any other character, Akuma doesn't have an answer for. You can't consistently anti-air Seth, and so that's a ton of chip damage or actual errant hits that are landing, and Akuma can't take that. Oh, but what a confirm.
Oh, that was awful. That was punishing a reversal too.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate.
Hey, and he did get to use that reversal too, so now he doesn't have an activation point.
So what's funny is, right, a lot of characters, right, they can build V-trigger by either using their V-skill, or countering them, or getting hurt. Oh no! Ooh, that was close. And you look at Akuma, right? How does he get V-trigger? He crushes them. He might land, like, his V-skill is a parry, right?
Yes.
That is, he could use that in a combo. And I'm wondering, right, how many characters actually have V-skills that it's like almost impossible to build? Like, you cannot build his V-skill unless you get hit.
Yeah, there are definitely characters like that. Like one of them that I think of is kind of Guile.
Another misconfirmed.
With some of the ways that they've nerfed him, you know, Guile doesn't really use his V-skill much anymore. V-skill 2 is seen more often, it seems like, but there's not as much. And he spends it all, and you know why not? He's gonna lose in a meaty combo anyways. So you might as well take your turn back. But what good defense from Samurai. He believed in the power of blocking and it paid off.
That blocking turns a lot of great health. Oh! Nice. Yeah. 2 hits to confirm this time.
Akuma
Score is 1-1.
Good adjustments from Samurai there. He didn't let those misconfirms get to him. And he adjusted by, you know, you saw it right at the end there. He adjusted by going for certain meaty situations that would give him the opportunity to get 2 confirms into the hit rather than trying to do it off of 1. And that closed it out right at the end.
Show me everything.
So, ooh, I like the meaty setup. I'm curious because Seth beats Akuma, but he's using V-skill. Oh wow! Oh wow! Samurai busted out there with normal TP.
Oh, look at this! Yeah, go ahead.
So that was definitely on purpose, right? Because you know it beats throws. It trades with 3 framers. Unfortunately, Zangief can't do anything like that. And right now Chris is using V-skill 1, V-trigger 2, and I wonder, does it matter even what V-skill or what V-trigger you use for Seth to be better than Akuma?
Personally, I don't think so. I think Seth is one of those characters very similarly to Akuma, where they're so strong fundamentally just in how they're designed that they can have the liberty to use whatever V system they want and still be strong characters.
I see.
Now, I do think there are clear benefits to using one over the other, sure, but you don't rely on it like other characters do, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So you're saying what you're saying is both of Seth's V-skill and V-trigger are good.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. Okay, man, this is a tough situation for Stu. That back throw did it. That was a chunk. Holy crap.
Ooh. Speaking of back throws, like when I think of back throws, the only back throw I can think of that does like a massive amount of damage is Zeku. I'm just like, it is so painful when you get thrown by that because he just chucks you across the ground.
Right.
And, like,
it looks like it hurts too.
And the alternative is to get counter hit.
Yep.
Or just take the throw and get counter hit. I don't know. I don't want either. It does so much damage.
Yeah, it does. And another one that I think of too is Alex's actually. His back throw, I think, does the most. I think it's tied with Zeku's for the most in the game.
Is it the one where he slaps you on the back and kicks you? Or?
It does a ton of damage. Oh, just out of range for that towards heavy punch. And they're taking advantage of that plus situation to get the real mix-up, gets the back throw. And now he has this corner control. And yes, that hit way too high in the recovery and not able to get the conversion there. And that buff stand heavy kick, such a strong option. That move is so cheap. Oh, but that's a real punish. Yes, light punch DP. Perfect.
Nice.
Okay, there's the activation off the double fierce. Hey, now when is the fireball gonna come? He's been getting a lot of mileage off those air fireballs. As Akuma does. He's dead. Oh, not quite. Oh, he is. He did it. Wow. Chris CCH with the knowledge and the tech. He opened up the encyclopedia. Yep, that's how I take care of this. That'll be enough. And now he is looking at resetting this 3-1 in quick fashion over Samurai.
Okay, now if Samurai loses this game, do you think he'll go back to Ryu?
I have to imagine, right? You know, he got so much success there. But to be honest, I mean, like I said, I do think Seth beats Akuma, so he would have a better opportunity with Ryu, both in damage output and having more vitality. But is that why he's losing? He gets the forward throw there. He's sitting in a good position.
There's a lot of meter. There we go, there we go, there we go.
One low forward is gonna do it.
So there are some players, right, that like if they have super in the beginning of the round, off the bat, the first thing you do is spend that meter because you don't want to accidentally blow the super.
Right. Okay. No side switch. Wasn't close enough. He gets the super meter.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Are we gonna get the meter? Oh, he doesn't need it. He gets to save his meter. Samurai fighting back, playing composed, picking the right time to go for that neutral jump air fireball, and all the hit stun in the world. Give you a million years to confirm into that.
So I wonder, right? Like a lot of these characters, right, they get these. They're not exactly free ins because you have to spend meters to get in plus situations. But not every character has one of these, right?
Correct.
And if you have one of these, does it automatically make you like instantly like? Whoa! I haven't seen that combo before.
Yeah,
These a side switch from the underneath.
Yeah, so the way that works, actually, it depends on how close you are to them when you do the EX Demon Flip dive kick. Because if you're a little bit further out, you can just get dash up into EX uppercut and then you stay on the other side. But if you're too close, you will dash underneath them and then basically auto-correct the uppercut. Oh man, that could have been it. And he actually has to worry about chip. Not quite. Oh my god, he woke up Tiger Knee EX axe kick. Chris CCH is such a madman. He's actually done that twice to close this out.
And they say EX SPD on wake up being thrown immune is too strong.
Stu, you sound a little salty, my friend.
All right, so that was a reset. So that means Samurai gets another chance at losing again.
Wait a second, hold up. Can't Geef jump cancel EX SPD?
I will tell you one thing, right? That is the hardest thing to do.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't doubt that.
I was practicing it the other day.
Yeah.
And I could get like 1 out of 10 times.
Fair enough.
In training mode.
You can't pull that off in a match, bro. Get your game up.
And like Zangief's jump is so bad. It's like if you just jump, you're just like floating there, waiting to die. When you land. like other moves like wake up, jump, EX kicks, or like air gale. I feel like
way easier.
Way easier. And air gale is plus on block, so it's hilarious because it beats throws, and if they block it, you're plus on block.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
We are. Are you trying to say Dawson is top tier? Don't let me tell Arturo.
No, I will not say that. But I will say that Dawson players will downplay the character.
Oh yeah, until he's dead. They will downplay him until he's dead.
And people keep saying Zangief players are downplaying their characters. I'm just like, there's nothing left to downplay. It's like...
Oh man, he chose the right time to challenge. Okay, a little bit of damage, but more importantly, he has the corner situation. Even with the nerf, this is still a great spot for Seth to be in. Chris CCH trying to go for the overhead shenanigans, not quite enough to stun. Oh, and he busts out. Samurai is not dead yet. E-ship. Oh, he was expecting the break. That could have been punished. That's -4. And he bet it all again. That's twice. He went for the parry and it didn't pay off.
That was That's so good. I thought it would have worked.
Another
Misconfirm
misconfirm. That has been the tale of Samurai all night.
Like
now, luckily, he's been composed enough to not let it affect him too much, but I have to wonder if he has a limit.
I mean, we know Samurai does not miss like this.
Right.
But like, if I were to miss 5 times already,
Yeah.
I would start doubting myself. You know,
Right.
like, what's going on, man?
Right, he gets the forward throw, and now that's, oh, he actually gets, he's still there, damn. Oh my gosh, so cheap. Why does Seth get to do that so late?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, not quite enough. He does get the side twister, gets the back throw, and now he has super locked and loaded. That could, I think he could have actually super.
Ooh, I like what Samurai's doing. Samurai is playing very hyper jittery, where it's like kind of forcing the opponent to be like, what am I gonna do next? What am I gonna do next? What am I gonna do next?
Yeah, they're both just really, oh, that's gonna be enough. Oh, he's out of range.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
No one saw that
Chris
coming.
CCH, yeah, he really bet it all there, risking it big for that heavy kick cool disaster. And then Samurai was able to just get that forward. I think he did that on reaction too. I don't even think he was committed.
So look at the speed that Samurai's playing right now, right? He's kind of like dashing back, dashing forward, like punching buttons, jump. Like Akuma does not have this type of speed, right?
No. His dash is good, but the way that he can incorporate his dash isn't the same as Ryu. Ryu can incorporate his dash into his neutral game in such a different fashion, and that's why you see so much success from like the quote-unquote online Ryus, right? Where he's dashing around and stuff, but it's successful because of the way that he plays neutral anyway. Oh, and he was patient enough to just block. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay, so
oh, what?
Oh no! Okay, so what's going on? Okay, so what? So that was a misconfirm from Chris. That's like a too special misconfirm right there.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? That was actually a goof up from Chris. It was a risk, because what he did there was he did the dash up heavy kick, which on block is either -6 or -10, depending on how many hits are there.
And you do hands to save yourself.
Exactly. You do the late hands cancel to frame trap them. But the only way that that's a real interruption, like a real block string that will beat 3 frames, is with the medium kick hands, which is -4. Or the medium punch hands. From that range, he could have been punished. So he had to go into super to try and do something.
Maybe he thought the hands can. Maybe he thought the hands hit.
I'm gonna guess not, because you can late cancel the hands. You don't have to cancel.
That's true. This is true. This is true. Yeah. The cancel window on hands is like so wide that you accidentally could have it come out.
Yeah. But good stuff from Samurai to close it out. Look at all this damage. There's a cool 250 put in the corner. The stun is racking up. Forced to activate there in the V trigger to get some of the stun back. Gets the side switch, but Samurai just blocks it out.
That's a good block. I would have got him at 4 of those already.
Okay, heavy kick Tatsu. Yes, the sweep. He knew the range. That is -8.
Wow, this character switch is actually
Yes.
working out very well, as opposed to Akuma.
For sure.
So Seth destroys Akuma, huh?
I genuinely, I don't think destroys Akuma anymore. I think last season he did.
Oh, okay.
But I do still think he does beat Akuma kind of for me.
Okay, how about this? Is it because Seth beats Akuma, or is it because Ryu is just really strong right now? It's like,
I personally think Ryu, there was a time when I thought Ryu was the best Shodo. At this point, I think it's Sakura. But I think Ryu is probably the second best Shodo.
wait, Chris plays Sakura, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Sakura in a while. Why haven't you seen Sakura? I like the Sakura.
Sakura's very strong. I think he used his Sakura at the top of the bracket tonight, but then hasn't used him or used her since.
Okay.
Well, that could have been a confirm. That could have been confirmed into super. And that's what he's looking for now, but Samurai realizes that and he's clamming up. What a throw.
Kind of funny, right? These people, when they're playing safe, right? They're like crouching in front of each other, and then they walk up and they crouch in front of each other, and then they walk up and they crouch in front of each other.
Oh, that's it. That is all she wrote, and that is another strength of Seth: a confirmable low forward, and that spammable spin kick, super strong in block strings. Chris CCH found the mark into that super and now is tied up at 1 round apiece.
I feel like he spent all that meter. Not sure if that was necessary, but you know what? When you have low life and they have low life, everything is necessary.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better, Stu. You know, sometimes in those really high pressure situations, you have your mind set on like how you're gonna win, and if you land that hit, you take it. Oh, there it is. That jump short. Okay, that's plus. Has to take the real frame trap, but the jump out saved him. He flipped out, and Chris CCH was not letting him keep that momentum. He's gonna go for the EXDP. There's the activation. Oh, he stayed in front that time. That was cheap. Oh my god, I have actually never seen that mix up. That was like a Shien mix up. That was like 3 layers deep.
Here we go. He still has the laser beam.
Yeah, the right combo can absolutely kill for Samurai. Oh, yeah, he didn't block his toes. That was the range where he had to worry about a jump or an overhead.
What's the score now? Is it 1-1?
It is 1-1 now.
Oh
correct.
man. Yep. Okay, so the first time they ran into winners final, the score was 3-2, right?
Correct. Yep, it went right down to the wire.
Okay, so it'd be pretty exciting if that happens again because, like,
yeah, especially off the bracket reset where it was 3-1 the first time.
Fight.
But again, he used Akuma, so
yeah, right.
I remember Ryu was like one of Samurai's first characters in Street Fighter 5 launched.
For sure, it makes perfect sense.
And he did really well with him. I remember at
season 1 Ryu was a hell of a beast.
Oh yeah. Samurai got top 8 at CEO once. I forgot which year it was. But...
Oh yeah, you know, you're right. I want to say maybe that was 2017.
And his top 8 entrance was interesting. But he did really well that tournament. Yeah.
Yeah. Top 8 at CEO is like. That's like up there with like Combo Breaker and Evo for like crowning achievements.
Well, I don't know about Evo. you got to go through like 2,000 players to get top 8. CEO is like a few hundred. But it is still like one of the the premieres that I really enjoy going to. And
look at the damage.
And I think Jabali has said something about CEO being later this year.
In December, yes, it is confirmed. It is confirmed. I think I'm actually gonna. That'll be my first CEO, but I'm gonna try and make it out there. I think.
That'll be nice. I'm already vaccinated, so.
Hell yeah! I get mine tomorrow.
Oh, congratulations! First or second shot?
Second shot. I'll be all done.
Okay, cool. FighterZ or Moderna?
You know what? Let me take a look at my card. Pfizer.
Oh, get that sore arm.
Yeah. You know, the first time around, I didn't have any issues.
Oh, nice.
So fingers crossed that stays tomorrow, but I'm probably going to take the day off work anyways.
Oh, nice. All right, back to this game here. Back to this game. So Chris is looking very dominating for Samurai now. Yeah, it's kind of rough for Samurai here. Is it the 5 misconfirms that's, kind of like throwing him off his game? I don't know. Is Chris CCH really adapting to it, or did Samurai just not get vaccinated? He's feeling guilty about. I don't know if he did or not. I'm just saying, but
maybe he did, and his immune system is weak. That's why he can't keep up the steam. He can't keep up the pace.
It's true. The sore arms really it's really hard to like play when you have a sore arm.
I remember seeing people talk about that. But Chris CCH takes that game, and it is now 2-1. And after what seemed like the right adjustments, switching back to Ryu, ramping up that offense, playing way more rushdown heavy, Chris CCH has been able to match his pace and run it right back.
Okay, so what? Oh, sick crosscut. Now I wonder, like, what did Samurai do in the first place to like win the set, and like what did Chris actually do to like counter that? Because I feel like, is there any changes, or is Chris just dominating?
So what I have noticed, so the first game we both kind of talked about it, was Samurai was playing this really kind of guerrilla style of neutral, where he was really bobbing and weaving, getting in and out of these ranges. He was pressing a lot of buttons to make Chris feel anxious, like he had to make something happen, he had to respond. And Samurai was able to take advantage of that with errant hits, whether it was a sweep, whether it was the right jump in, whether it was, a low forward and confirm right. Even when he missed them, it was still enough damage adding up over time. But Chris seems to have really found an answer in the way of where Samurai wants to space himself on the screen, and Samurai has to worry a lot more about the jump-in attempts that he didn't have to worry about before, and the low forwards themselves coming from Chris CCH, because again, as we know, it's so much more spammable from Seth. Oh, that's gonna be it. Yeah, that's Chip. That just like that, you know, we were kind of talking through it, but that's the first round of what is potentially the last game for Chris CCH.
So I know like Samurai's DPs are like on point. Like you can never jump in on Samurai, right? But
unless you're Seth.
Unless you're Seth, right? Because you don't know if you're jumping in or not. Like, you can dive kick. I'm not sure what Seth's doing.
Yeah.
Just like Cameo, right? It's kind of hard to like anti-air these characters that instantly change their air trajectory once they lift off. I was like.
But, and you know what's even more messed up about Seth, right, is Seth has 3 different type of axe kicks, and can do it from a neutral jump, can do it from a forward jump. It's so messed up.
I'll laugh if like one day they're gonna buff it and make it that he can do it off a back jump.
Stop. Don't even joke. Okay.
Like characters, like some characters, right, they can jump back and air throw. Like why can't Zangief jump back and air SPD?
No, I actually didn't know that Zangief can't do that. I would agree that's kind of whack. Why not? But whatever. Okay, Samurai, try and make a comeback here. He has V-Trigger active, but looking down the barrel of a fully loaded super from Chris CCH, one wrong fireball is gonna spell a reaction super that could be the end of the round. That could have been it. Okay, the dash up throw. A lot of V-Trigger left on Samurai's side.
Wait, he gets sucked in once he's dead. Don't get sucked. Don't get sucked. Don't get sucked.
So careful. He spent his meter. Just out of range for the throw. There's the activation. Is he going to survive the mix? Oh, and he knew the range. Incredible. What confidence there. If he had that block, he was dead.
That was such a good block. He blocked the overhead. He blocked the low medium kick into the kicks, and he punished accordingly. Like, any lesser man would have gotten hit by either of those.
Oh, this is a huge drop. A ton of damage. All the corner carry in the world. Okay, decides to save the rest of his meter. Smart decision. Okay, he let that jump in rock. That could have been EXDP to really put him in a strong position. Going for the heavy kick action there. There goes for the heavy kick spin kick. Keeps the plus range, but force the reaction V reversal from Samurai.
Chrising a lot of meter here. Definitely going for that super kill probably again.
Yes, that V-shift break was so crucial. Okay, there's the V-trigger activation. And this is a really big hill to climb from Samurai. If he could actually land a hit, it wouldn't take much, but Chris has done such a good job of really just tightening up the way that he's approaching on offense and not giving him any of these big, risky committal options so that Samurai doesn't get the big damage cash out.
I wonder how many roundhouses is Samurai gonna have to blow? Oh,
is he dead?
That's a nice punish.
He's not dead. This is gonna scale, but it is like he has like a sliver of health left.
He's dead. Looks like he's dead.
Is he dead? He's dead?
He's dead.
Bro, the way that it doesn't scale off of Hekatonkeries is insane. He got he got all of that off of a stand light kick whiff punish. Off a stand light kick whiff punish. That was like 350 damage.
That was a wish punish. That was a wish punish. That was a buffered wish punish.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of speechless.
That was a good punish.
Great stuff to Chris CCH. I'm heartbroken for you, Samurai, but Chris CCH played incredibly well. He knew when he had to tighten his belt, not overextend in neutral, and Samurai couldn't adjust. You know, and I think that speaks to how Seth is designed as a character. The way that he can approach in neutral, whether it's with low forward, whether it's with the axe kick, whether it's with normal jumps, right? The way that he can approach, you have to think about so many things that you have to try and you really have to pick where you're going to focus. And then Seth just gets to run rampantly, and Chris CCH took care of that, ran with that, and just bulldozed his way over Samurai.
And it's not only the character's tools, it's the player understanding
for sure,
how to use tools, when to use those tools. Like if I was playing Seth, I'd just be like, axe kick, low medium kick. Why isn't it working? You know what I mean? But like strong player would be like, I know exactly when to do it. I know how to do it, and it worked for Chris CCH. Yep. So congratulations to Chris CCH. You know, second place, congratulations to Samurai, and third place, congratulations to Clegg Madness with his jury. Yes. Awesome players. Maturino is at 122.63. Awesome. That means those three get paid out of that amount. And unfortunately, I didn't make top 3. But you know what? There's always next week.
He still had a good showing.
And that
Oh,
was...
and so before we get out of here, guys, real quick, we didn't take a chance to talk about it earlier, but we do need to mention that Wednesday Night Fights is partnered in part with MetaView. They have been kind enough to work with us to curate a specific playlist for Wednesday Night Fights. So tomorrow, if you have the app downloaded, which you can through the iOS store, you can also look at it on their webpage at metaview.gg, and you can sign up for the waitlist if you are an Android user. There's a waitlist spot where you can just put in your email and you get the email when it comes to Android. But take a look out for the playlist that they have curated specifically for Wednesday Night Fights tomorrow morning, having all the best clips that you saw tonight. Surely you'll see some great stuff from Clegg Madness, from Chris CCH, from Samurai, you name it. Keep an eye out for that. But thank you to MetaView again for partnering with us, bringing this great content from our bracket every week. So with that being said, I just want to give another quick thank you to everybody for supporting the match Reno. Getting to $120 is great. You guys were fantastic. Another big shout out to Flare Knight for throwing in that fat $50. You are the homie. But tonight was a great bracket. Thank you for everything. I am Mr. Mistopheles. You can find me at Mr. Mistopheles on Twitter, very active there. And I also have a pretty active Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Mr. Mistopheles. If you follow either of those avenues, you will find out when I'm doing commentary, when I'm playing, etc., etc. What about you, Stupendous?
You can find me on twitter.com/happystupendous, or you can see me stream on twitch.tv/stupendous. You will not know when I stream. I just stream whenever I feel
Real
like
DJ
it.
hours.
So yeah, exactly. I work and then like after work I just eat dinner and then I stream after work. So then yeah, my hours are a little weird, but it's okay. So I really appreciate you guys for watching Wednesday Night Fights tonight. And it's been a great tournament.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you next week. Adios.